I want the recording to come up while he's coughing. God damn it. There we go. It missed all of your coughing. All right. Video is back on for the official feed.
Excuse me.
How are we starting this?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to go through this whole long thing of this guy's applying to a job, and he's like, okay, what are your strengths, weaknesses, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And at the end, he goes, what's your name? And the guy goes, my name is Birdemic. And then the interviewer goes, what? My name is Birdemic too. And
That's it. That's what we're doing.
That's pretty good.
Okay. I don't. Maybe there's a team of 2 people interviewing, or is there a one interviewer, 2 candidates? Two interviewers. Good cop, bad cop.
Do you want to be an interviewer or an interviewee?
I guess interviewee. I don't want to lead the.
Okay, I'll be
improv.
the interviewer.
What about me?
You're an interviewee as well. There's going to be 2 of you.
I think it should be 1-on-1, and then there should be like a third random guy, like we usually do, like a vampire or something.
You're going to like walk into like the store as I'm interviewing him and be like, "Hey, I was
looking for the chips." Yeah, it's like
applying for a corporate office.
Is it a Walmart? It's a Walmart job position. Brandon's applying to be a pharmacist, but his name's Birdemic this time. And the third guy walks in. He's like, "Is this where all the
is this where you keep your oxy?"
Okay, that's cool. Yeah. All right, so I'm the guy walking in.
No, you're the one that's getting interviewed.
Oh, am I walking in?
Yeah, you said you were the random third guy.
All right.
How about we have 2 interviewers and 1 interviewee?
Oh, I like that.
That was already an option.
No, you said 2 interviewees.
I did say that. I think Seth didn't understand
he didn't pick
that
up
was
on
an
it,
option. Or didn't hear
I
that
did.
Right. Yeah.
Or both.
Bofa.
All right.
So you're going to be interviewing him with me.
Okay, deal.
Okay. Maybe one's like HR. We'll figure it out, yeah.
What are you applying to again?
We'll figure it out.
Okay, sounds good.
Improv, baby.
Perfect.
2nd Street.
All righty. All right, you ready? Oh, just got a message.
Oh.
From Liz.
Oh.
He forgot, lol.
He forgot, lol.
Did he Did he watch the movie?
He forgot so much that Sundays are just our recording days in general.
Did he watch the film?
I said he can even hop on and just watch the film vicariously through the podcast.
Yeah, that's fine.
That would be pretty interesting.
A wrinkle.
Like somebody, like a third party on the podcast, we're describing it the whole time, and they're like, "What happened next?"
Wait, that's what we've done once before.
Really?
With Marina and Alex on the Hottie and the Naughty.
They
got so drunk.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That was a different element, though. Yeah.
That's better though, actually.
Yeah, we'll just see. He definitely didn't watch it, but it's weird because we messaged about it all day and yesterday and the day before. There's never a day where the group chat isn't.
It's on fire every day.
It's a great group chat.
It's one of like my staples in life right now. I like live through that. It's a great pride I take in my life to be a part of it. And then sometimes I'm like, I'm a little sad. I'm sad, but like it's sad that that's one of the highlights of my life. Maybe I should like let them.
No, it's fine themselves. Too. No, I always enjoy. I feel like I post too much into it because I love seeing when other people pop into it.
That's what I think too. I think that's why you and I just end up talking to each other and a lot of times.
I get off.
Brandon's at work.
I get off an 11-hour shift and I check my phone. There's 38 messages in the TGTV DMs.
It's just me and Lucas. Devin has said one thing unrelated to what we're talking
about. Yeah, like every
about.
4 days, Devin gives us one message.
Yeah, I can sometimes see him looking in, and then he never says something.
Yeah, and I love that they're peering over the little.
Yeah, there's peering, and it's funny because like we'll ask, like he peers in like right as we're like asking something specifically to Devin, and he doesn't answer the question.
I'm sure I'll respond later.
Yeah. We're ready. We'll see if Devin hops in. So, alrighty. 1, 2, 3, play.
Sorry, Lynn.
Hello, welcome to Nashville Sperm Bank. Are you our applicant?
Yep, that's me.
Perfect.
I'm ready.
Perfect. Ready? Yeah. It's 12:36. That's the time we
that is the time you
agreed
specified.
on. Yep. So let's get this underway. Are you ready?
Yeah. Start off question. What made you want to take sperm from men and put it in a freezer for your dream
Sure.
job?
Great question, by the way. Thank you for asking. I think it's always been a passion of mine, this sort of idea of continuing life, even outside of traditional means. And when some people may go, ew, gross, I see an opportunity and a challenge. So I thank you guys for giving me both today.
Excellent. I love that answer. It's very
Challenge.
positive.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Just a question on your background, because I didn't see anything on your resume here. Do you have a
Yep.
large history with sperm and like in your past? You've dealt a lot with sperm?
And the transportation of it specifically, I think we should add.
Yes, of course.
Yep. I did work for a brief time as a courier for a couple of different hospital systems. And
Okay.
there were times in there where I did hold sperm, yes, and other bodily liquids. I never really touched it or tasted it or anything unprofessional or anything. I was always just doing my job.
Okay. Here at the Nashville Sperm Bank, we really pride ourselves on a couple things, and that is the efficiency at which we extract sperm. Here, we have a lot of appointments, as well as our customer service, and lastly, just the quality of sperm care that we have. Our cryogenic freezers are top of the line. What of those three do you think is the most important to you and to us?
I think first and foremost it's customer service.
Okay, yeah.
I think that's the heart of all business. Truly, it really when it comes down to it, in my experience, that a customer will pay extra, pay top dollar just to have a great experience, and that's really what I've tried to bring to the table at all my positions and in my life.
Excellent. You have any more questions for him?
I was curious, maybe just a little side note about the kind of lotion that you use for your hands. What kind of?
They're very smooth.
They're very smooth, yes.
From here.
And of course, in this line of work, you need to have supple hands. And we're just wondering,
Of
what's your
course.
secret? It was a very wet handshake when you came in. I like that in a man.
Yeah, it is. My own sperm.
Excellent.
That
is
sense.
the perfect candidate. I think
A true industry man.
You are lovely.
Yes.
You fit perfect in here. You know, your positive attitude is going to fit right in. So
we forgot to ask his name when he came in.
Yeah, what is your name?
Oh, my name?
Yes, your name. We're very sorry.
Oh, it's a little strange. That's probably why you couldn't find anything on my resume. My name is Birdemic.
No way.
My God.
Why?
We got this buddy over here. His name is Birdemic too. And we're back.
Wow.
And better than ever, bitches.
95.7.
Sex FM.
Sex FM or the fuck?
Yeah. It's me, the Spock. What's up, everybody? You're joining
And I'm JoJo Candles.
That's such a good name.
JoJo
Bringing you
Candles.
the weather.
Because he's on fire, but he's doing it slowly. Bringing you the weather.
JoJo Candles really feels like he should be doing something crazier, like he's the field reporter or something. I'm JoJo Weathers.
Working my way up.
There seems to be a cold front.
I'm JoJo Candles, and I'm climbing my way up the corporate ladder.
I'm a production assistant.
back
With a name
with
like
an
that.
intern.
You're the boom mic guy. JoJo Candlestick holds the boomstick.
Just want to be part of the doc.
There's a documentary.
Yeah.
About
JoJo Candles.
It's about a news station, but JoJo Candles is
like
desperate to be a part
lead.
of it.
Yeah. It's about 95.7.
He's not supposed to be in it,
Sex
but they're
FM.
like, there's something magic about JoJo Candles. We couldn't keep him out of the documentary.
No, folks, it is not I, JoJo Candles. It is I, Lucas Lawrence.
Oh shit! I thought he was Birdemic.
No, that was the intro.
No, he's
Similar voices.
Birdemic 2.
Oh.
I hope people really picked up on that. We're doing Birdemic 2. Guys, we're doing Birdemic 2.
Birdemic. We usually wait until about the 10-minute mark to tell them.
So we're cruising right now. We only did a 25-minute fantasy football pre-episode video for you guys to check
Check
out
it
on
out on
YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah.
For the flans, because they're so sweet.
Bad.
I don't. Don't tell
You
me
didn't
it's
say
bad.
your names yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You don't need to know our names. We're in charge. I'm. Oh, for this, not for the. I was thinking the intro. Sorry, I'm not in charge by any means. This is JoJo.
I was gonna say my name was Momo Lamppost.
That's a good one.
I was trying to think of another like thing you light on fire. JoJo Tiki Hut.
But you can't be JoJo. You gotta be like Bobo.
Coco
Tiki Hut.
Tiki Hut.
Yeah, there we go. It's just
Coco Grill.
we only
Ooh,
we
that would've been better.
we only hire people at this radio station that have
A heat source for a last name.
first name and heat source last name.
Last
It's kind
name
of
heat
common
source.
practice.
Last name Candle.
Yeah, I see a
First
lot of
name
people.
JoJo.
A lot of people adopting that method.
People call me Anderson because they think I'm slow-mo.
Still haven't said your name.
That's Seth.
Hey Seth,
Hey.
how are you doing? I'm Brandon.
Nice.
Yeah, there we
Good,
go.
the bad, and the movies.
I don't think
And-
I've ever said my own name on this.
And
Yeah, usually I
I'm
do it for it.
And
And we usually mess it up too.
we
mix it
do.
up.
Yeah, usually Brandon's the mom.
I'm usually the
or
dad,
the dad.
but
Welcome
there
in.
also might be another person joining us today. Might is a key word there. It's JoJo Candles.
The real one.
The real Chaz Beagleman might be joining us.
Ooh.
No, Devin might be. He said, I'm going to be on this week, guys. It's going to be great. I want to be on for Birdemic too. Messaged him, called him, nothing. Messaged Liz. He's like, hey, is Devin joining? She responded. She's like, oh, yeah, he forgot.
He gets a pass. He is back from the dead.
Oh, from his tetanus.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot he
He's
died.
recovering.
Well, he's recovering from death.
Recovering death addict.
But so he might join us at some point, but our guess is he didn't watch the movie, so he will be reliving it vicariously through us.
That's okay.
But let's get into it.
Which movie?
Birdemic 2, The Resurrection from 2013.
Fuck.
This is two years after the first Birdemic.
I think 3 years, maybe 2 years. The follow-up to James Wynn's much maligned sort of
Good word.
bad movie masterpiece that we did cover on episode insert number here.
Episode. I can look it up right now. I don't know why I was gonna.
30 something. 33?
37.
37 is a
29.
good guess. Birdemic.
Birdemic was episode 19.
Close.
We were so far off. Good catch.
We almost had the
Good catch.
Yeah, Birdemic, if it was just like a completely terrible production that we all sort of fell in love with, if I remember correctly.
It was, we all gave it pretty poor scores, except for you, which was still, I think, in like the 4s. But
I
like,
thought it was in the 6s or 7s.
I gave it like a 1.7. Looking back, it deserves higher. But objectively,
It's
the worst movie we had watched.
It's if you take it at its face value, yes.
So, but Birdemic 2, The Resurrection, 2 or 3 years later, click the hyperlink. What we got today is a masterpiece of a film. But before we get into it, we're drinking beers.
Drinking beers.
We drinking beers up in here. It's a wicked beer. I got us a Metal Lark Brewing Company again. That's the new one that opened in Billings, but it was apparently from like Great Falls or something. I can't remember. I could probably find it on the can, but I got one that's called Squashtoberfest. I don't know if it's gonna taste like squash or not, but
Not
That's
really.
good.
I wanted Oktoberfest. It's an Oktoberfest lager, 6.6% alcohol,
Yes.
autumnal, malty with a light amber, brewed and canned in Billings.
For the downtown Spook Boys, so it's great to have an
Downtown.
Oktoberfest, Spooktoberfest sort of.
Squashtoberfest, yeah. I did do one last year. Like, I think it was Bayern Brewing I did there. Oktoberfest one,
Ooh.
and I was gonna get it today. I was like, wait, no, I did that last time, so skip
buying
that.
too.
Let's.
Oh my god.
I haven't tried it yet. You have thoughts?
Yeah, I'm like halfway through. It's fine. I don't know what a squash tastes like, so I couldn't tell you if it's similar or not.
That's gourd.
What kind?
It's like good. It was a pun.
Oh,
It was
that was
bad.
bad.
Yeah.
No, it's gourd.
But if we're just calling each other out on being bad now.
Bad joke.
Bad joke. The opposite of clapping. And
No.
don't say hate torpedo.
That's funny. It's funny
opposite
how
of
bad it
clapping.
was. It was good. It ended up being good. Yeah, I hate torpedo.
So that's our beer today. Director, writer, it's James Wynn. We remember him from last year. Same
Visionary.
filmography except for one new one.
What's that?
So, well, I'm gonna go through them all. You got Julie and Jack. You got
Correct.
Replica.
Yep.
You got Birdemic, Shock and Terror. You
Our
got
favorite.
the man with the wooden face.
Oh shit.
You've got this, and then you've got his newest movie, Birdemic 3.
That's right. I think it's
Seagull.
premiering right around now.
It came out last year.
Oh.
Last year? I thought it was coming out this year.
No, it came out. Or no, it did come out this year. Never mind. Sorry.
I think it's like coming out like as we speak.
Yeah. For some reason I thought
real?
the year was 2023 right now.
Oh.
And that it came out in 2022. So yeah.
Yeah. I think it's been like premiering at festivals and stuff.
Yeah. So Birdemic 3, Seagull.
Get to the good ones.
It sounds like Seagull.
The man with the wooden face sounds like a hilarious movie too.
Or it could be good. We don't know. Is it out
Could
yet?
be both.
Seth's looking.
I'm looking.
But
it might take me a minute.
It could take you a minute. But yeah, so he's the writer and the director.
I think he's like the editor too. He does a lot of the camera work.
He's a producer originally. Last year Seagull was in production, and now it did not say in production anymore on IMDb. So, and then a cast. We got Mookie Award winner Alan Begg.
Oh, what did he win? Worst actor?
Worst actor.
Poor guy.
You got Mookie Award nominee Whitney Moore for Best Actress.
We sure do.
You got Thomas Favaloro.
Is he Bill?
He's Bill. You got Chelsea Turnbow as Gloria. You got Thuan Liu. You got Aaron Pressburg. You got Brittany N. Pierce, and you got Colton Osborne as the top build.
A couple of Mookie Award nominees and winners. I like it.
Yeah, they're bringing back the cast. And a plot today. A platoon of eagles and vultures attack Hollywood, California, not Half Moon Bay anymore. The plot just includes the taglines from the first movie in this one. It's a platoon of eagles and vultures attack Hollywood, California. Why did the eagles and vultures attack? Who will survive?
I like it. And I'll say later what I think he's going for, but that fits in line with my theory.
Well, and so in preparation for this, I read all like my cat's facts for the first one again, and I remember some very specifically where it was like one, he drove around in a van covered in birds and blood with the sign on it that said,
"Why did the birds attacked?"
Why did the birds and vultures attacked? And Birdemic, Shock and Terror on it.
Yeah.
I remember one where Whitney Moore came up to him and she was like, "Hey, you shouldn't yell at pedestrians on the street." And he got so mad at her that he made Alan Begg the mediary between them because he wouldn't talk to her directly for 2 weeks.
Yeah, which is even funnier because he wouldn't allow Bagg and Whitney to talk offset either because he was afraid that they would form a relationship for some reason.
And he made them wear bikinis in any sex scene so that they would not have sex on screen.
Yeah, that's right.
Just tell them not to.
If they really wanted to have sex, I don't think the bikini's going to stop them.
Yeah, it boiled down to the fact that James Wynn is a crazy person making these movies.
He really is.
On a shoestring budget.
Do love crazy people.
There's a puppy.
Yeah, there is a puppy here.
Yeah, little pup.
You can't hardly see it, but this is
She's sleepy.
this is Seth's new puppy that he named Luna.
Yeah.
From spaceships.
I cannot believe you. For having so much hate in your heart for that movie, you know a lot about it. I almost named her Kilowalla was a I can't remember it all.
Was a Yuha.
That's it, yeah. But landed on Luna.
Well, I suggested Luna.
Yeah, it was Brandon's idea, honestly, and I honestly really like the name.
He sent me a Snapchat of her, and he's like, "Is it too weird if I name her Mel?"
Yeah, Mel and Bevo were the first two
They
names.
called her Melanie. Just called her Mel, yeah.
Oh,
that's true.
But Bevo, what could you have done with that?
But Luna's
Bevo.
perfect and adorable. Congratulations, that's awesome.
Thank you.
She has pooped on my carpet twice.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm working on that.
What can you do?
She came over, like Seth brought her over today, and he ran into the bathroom real quick because he had to go to the bathroom when he got here. 30 seconds with her being here, she shit on the carpet. I picked it up and cleaned it up by the time he got out of the bathroom.
That's worth it for Luna, though.
Is that true?
Did you just marry me for my treasure, Luna?
That's awesome.
We gotta watch Skateboard Kid at some point.
Birdemic 2 History. How about we?
I'm ready.
Birdemic 2 The Resurrection is a 2013 American romantic thriller horror film. Directed and story and screenplay by James Nguyen and produced by Jeff Gross. It's the sequel to Nguyen's why do I say Nguyen again? It's the sequel to Nguyen's 2010 film. There we go. Birdemic Shock and Terror. The film, as with its predecessor, has been considered one of the worst films of all time and features mainly self-referential humor about the reception of the previous film. Taking place 2 years after the first Birdemic, the film follows another bird attack caused by global warming, this time in Hollywood. Nguyen was influenced by concerns about global warming, which he said was the cause of the bird and zombie attacks in the film. A sequel titled Birdemic 3 Seagull was released in 2022 to complete the famed trilogy. And he got all this inspiration from Al Gore's An Inconvenient Truth.
And some clear Hitchcockian influence as well.
The birds.
The birds. He's an auteur.
Do it. Auteur. They said that in the movie.
Yeah, they used it really wrong. Not that you would know, English teacher.
What is that, a profession?
Yeah, that's yeah.
The instant I turned on the episode or on the movie, I went, the birds, and Seth looked at me just like, what the hell?
It's the birds.
Do it.
No. Every time I do an accent, I get
made
fun of. I don't want to do it.
The birds. You got this.
The birds.
Oh, nailed it.
Ooh,
Thank
nice.
you. Thank you.
So that is my history. A budget. Birdemic 2.
Fuck. One of the tougher guesses, I think. We've had to ever do.
Yeah, so remember, the first one was $10,000.
Yep.
So that can help out a little bit.
I think that's what makes it tough.
If you're doing the books, you better not fudge it. So let's play a game called Guess That.
Guess That Budget.
Budget.
Woo! My guess is gonna be sorry.
That's all right.
It's gonna be $650,000 for Birdemic 2.
Holy shit!
Okay.
After it's all said and done,
I'm just gonna say 8,000.
Less than the first one.
Sure.
Seth is closer.
Ooh, really?
300,000.
Damn it!
Am I closer if I say 0?
Yes.
Oh, go team.
Literally anything under his guess is closer.
He's at 650, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So $300,000. Unfortunately, I don't have box office anything for you.
Don't.
So Seth is our winner today for budgets.
All right.
A squandered opportunity.
This game is a shame.
So with the box office thing, because it never went to theaters, I did find a thing that starting on April 16th of 2013, a website called chill.com exclusively offered the film via video on demand for 90 days before it was released to other streaming services. And it was released on DVD actually in October of 2013. So it did have, you can find a hard copy somewhere.
That I couldn't find if Birdemic 3 had been released. I saw that it had a showing October 8th, 8 days ago in San Francisco. But if it takes the same path, it's not going to be available for another 6 months.
For a while. Maybe next year's Spooktoberfest. Brandon, don't you have you bought Birdemic on your original, right?
I didn't.
Not?
I rented
I
it because we were sitting there watching. We were waiting for Devin to come over, right? And you and I were sitting there scrolling through things, and I was like, I'm just going to rent it. I'm not going to buy this terrible movie. And after it was over, I was like, fuck, I should have bought that movie. That was so fun. Like,
I remember something about the conversation being about buying it or something.
And it's funny because I looked up Birdemic 2 on Prime because it said it was available on Prime, but it wasn't. And when I looked it up, I found all the crazy like things we found on the first Birdemic, because there was Velocipaster, there's Lamageddon, there was Bear Kano.
That's great.
If you remember Bear Kano, we watched a little bit of it yesterday. It's so bad.
It looked like it was like blatantly trying to rip off the success of the shitty Birdemic.
Bear Kano. There was one that was like Bear Kano. It was like Bear Kano versus the Nazis. It was like, great.
Yeah. So how did you guys watch this? Was it Tubi?
Tubi TV with the ads.
Yes, me too.
Tubi too.
What was the last thing we watched on Tubi? Was that Doll Man?
I think so. That sounds right.
And there was one other one we watched with it, I remember. Because it had some weird ass
Armageddon, maybe?
ads. No, because I watched it with you. And we paused to write down the ads every time. But it was like when I still lived in Missoula. I don't remember what it was, though.
There's a whole lot of bogus streaming sites, and this is one of them. I kind of like Tubi, though.
It was also available on Pluto TV, but you had to find it when it was airing. So I was like, well, that's not going to happen. All right. Tagline time.
Uh-oh. How many?
2.
Wow.
All right. Tagline number 1. You asked for it.
You asked for it.
This is your fault.
I want to know if it's like you asked for like a sequel to the movie, or like the characters in the movie asked for another bird strike.
I think the genius of the director. It means both. We asked for a sequel, and they asked for the birds to attack because of
the birds.
No.
Oh, you almost did it.
No, I refuse now. I'm mad.
Your eyes did sparkle for a second.
They did. I felt like a kid again. Tagline numero 2. Hollywood.
Spanish.
Thank you. I've been practicing. Hollywood is about to take a beating. Yeah, these both seem a little meta. A little too meta.
I
Birdemic
think
too meta.
Wynn was not in control of the marketing of the movie. I saw from what I've done a little bit of background into the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So this is correct. It's not Wynn's doing, but the movie itself is all of Wynn's control.
Because I remember the first one too, the marketing wasn't his, because he was like, after he drove his van around everywhere, I remember he parked it at some bar and showed the movie in a bar, and like some people came up to him and like, hey, we'll market your movie, and they spent like $750,000 on the marketing for a $10,000 movie. Like Severin Films.
Yeah, I think that's right. And I think that's mostly the case going on here too.
There's a lot of marketing on a Birdemic movie.
God. Why?
Do we have taglines that are better than "Yes for it" and Hollywood's about to take a beating?
Is that Leo and Satan?
That is Leo and Satan.
Fantastic.
Dang. I wonder what that reference is.
It's a good YouTube series. It's not really good. It's pretty funny.
It was funnier when we were in middle school.
In high school, yeah.
In high school, yeah. It's not funny. It's not as funny anymore.
No.
Better taglines. Better pizza.
That was good. Oh, that's better than
Birdemic 2.
Better taglines, better pizza. Papa Bird.
There we go.
Papa Smurf. I was trying to do something with like COVID, like Birdemic, Pandemic.
I think Birdemic's already a play on Pandemic, Brandon.
I know, but like
it markets itself.
It's like you lived through, but this came out pre-COVID. But like Birdemic 3, like you lived through COVID, now live through the Birdemic or something.
Okay.
There's a plug for Birdemic 3 in a year.
Clip it and ship it, boys.
Birdemi Lovato.
Oh my god.
There's something to mine there, guys. We don't have time to write this.
Yeah, any of those Birdemi more.
Ooh, great one, Brandon.
Thanks. That was not derivative at all of your previous.
Larry Birdemic.
From 3.
That's
Birdemic from 3.
Yeah.
Seagull.
Larry Birdemic with the 2. That's
I like it.
I guess that's what we're ending on.
Well done.
Cats facts time. Bird facts.
What was the first? Was it Bird Facts for Birdemic, the original?
Yeah, probably. I don't even know if we were renaming them at that time. It probably was just Cats facts.
Oh fuck.
What about like?
No, we were renaming them because we did old facts. So.
What were you thinking, Seth?
I was thinking bag facts, but it rhymed in my head better than it did out loud.
Bag facts.
Yeah.
That's for Alan Bag.
Yeah.
Oh.
We want more bag facts.
Oh, Facts Bright.
Put the facts in the bag. This is a stick up.
What was yours, Lucas?
Facts Bright. Facts Bright.
Oh my god. Brandon loved that song.
Facts Bright. Facts Bright?
Facts Bright?
You guys will get it later. Facts Bright. Let's just some Cats facts. Seth, I really did like bag facts, though. That was good.
Thank you.
But we need to put more in front of it.
I said put the facts in the bag.
This
is a stick up. Yeah.
That's better than mine.
Yeah.
No,
put the facts
yours
in the bag.
Was relevant to the movie. I was just riffing.
Yours is relevant.
I guess, kinda.
Where's Devin?
Excuse me.
What are we doing again? Facts, Bright?
Yeah, it's horrendous.
Bag facts. We're doing bag facts. That's better.
Okay.
Facts, Bright is bad. Put the facts in the bag. Number 1. This is obvious to you, Lucas, but when it came up on screen, Seth was like, should I look this up? I was like, no, I've got it. When Bill and Gloria are talking on Hollywood Boulevard, the camera shows the star for Tippi Hedren.
Yeah. Star of Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds.
The Birds.
Also inexplicably in Wynn's first movie.
She's a big actress name. She was in The Birds by Hitchcock, but she was the number 3 person on the billing sheet for the original Birdemic, and all she was like in like a TV in the background. Like she was not physically in the movie. It was like the TV was playing something with her on it.
They paid
for like two seconds.
They're like, if we put this big name in here, people will watch it. So they put Tippi Hedren.
They paid for the rights to that.
I think that was his early movie because she was in whatever Jack and Julia or whatever that first movie.
She was in Jack and Julia.
Okay. His first movie wasn't Birdemic. I thought you were saying he was in, or she was in the first movie. Okay.
No, well, she was, but just in a TV in the corner for 2 seconds.
But credited for third lead, yeah. And yes, that's funny that they returned to Miss Hedren's star.
Tippi Hedren, number 1. The Birds is from 1963. Just so you know. I just put this one in here because I loved the wording of it on IMDb. It says, when the group of characters grab beverages in the end from a Pepsi machine, they grab Coke products. One has a Coca-Cola and the other has a Sprite. That's not possible. Like they were so mad about the logistics of Coke and Pepsi branding.
I didn't even see it.
It's not possible.
It's not possible.
You didn't see that, Seth?
That's not possible.
I didn't see the Sprite. I thought it was like a Coke and a Coke Zero. I didn't know one of them was a Sprite.
There's a Coke Zero, too.
There was definitely a Coke Zero. I'm glad
It was
we're all in
weird.
agreement there.
That scene was fucked up.
let's go look for some gasoline to drink Coke.
At a hotel.
At a hotel.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. We gotta go.
Next one. Our next put your facts in the bag.
I like that these are the list of demands. This is somebody to bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me the next.
Tippi Hedren was in this fucking movie.
Next one. Voted number one. Voted number one most unwatchable movie by a film club at OCSA.
OCSA.
I don't know.
Couldn't
Orange
tell you.
County Stripper Academy.
I would disagree.
You can't.
Yeah, they already voted on it. Sorry, Lucas. Are you a part of OCSA?
No, I didn't renew my membership.
There we go. You're out. Sorry. They would have loved to hear your voice there.
I don't like the smell of this can.
Oh, just the can itself? Like the outside of the can?
Smells like a certain substance I'm familiar with.
Okie Afterbirth.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say like Tippi Hedren vagina, which you're very familiar with. Lucas over there just, what? Astounded by my crazy statement there.
You're correct.
You could have all the context in the world, and you saying those words in a string together would not be okay under any of them.
That and wound fucking was some of the most obscure things we've ever said.
I'll stand behind wound fucking. I like that one.
If we could get rid of Tippi Hedren vagina smell and stand by wound fucking, we will.
We'll go to jail, but we will.
But unfortunately, you didn't renew your OCSA membership, so you can't vote on that.
Shit.
They voted on that 2 years ago.
The
so
Strippers Association has a lot of fucking power.
Orange County.
They vote against the people.
It's the people's
They
we.
veto the votes that say they can't exist, and then they veto the votes of things that don't exist. What does that mean?
Who are they?
And I like that we don't know what OCSA actually stands for. It's just
Orange County
now the Orange County.
Association.
It's not going to be anything else,
fucks.
even if we learn.
Those fucks. That
Next,
was Orange County, though.
Yeah.
They were on Orange Street for a lot of it. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Next, put the facts in the bag. Is Wynn included long scenes of dancing in order to satisfy fans of his first film, who said he wanted some romantic content.
I'm glad he listened.
I just like that.
Go ahead.
Dancing means romantic content. Like he's like, oh yes.
Did you see those moves?
The barrel roll acrobatic flip.
Oh my god. What lady wouldn't swoon in their right mind?
Alan Bagg almost dropped Whitney Moore on her head.
Did he?
Of course he did.
Dip? When he like threw her in the dip?
No.
Yeah.
He didn't drop her on
No,
her
I said
head.
he almost did.
Oh no. But she was fine. That's the romance in it. The tension, the suspense, the danger, the thrill of somebody who could hurt you but ultimately won't because of the intimacy. And the trust.
And that's the motto.
Romance.
Then that's the motto of the OCSA. They said they wanted more romance, and they got it.
That's what they wanted.
They did.
Next, put the facts in the bag. This film was actually shot in 3D, which Wynn said he mastered the art of during shooting. Shooting in 3D did slow down the production, though, due to inexperience. But Wynn said he believed it would bring more people to the sequel.
It wasn't shown in 3D.
Is there a 3D version?
I don't know. You might have to buy the DVD. So. The 3DVD.
3DVD.
From what we know of Wynn, there's absolutely no way he was able to correctly render 3D footage into watchable 3D film.
Yeah, let alone master it? Is that what he said?
Exactly. He definitely probably shot it on 3D film and then just was like, fuck it, we just got to do it the normal way.
We'll do it live. 8mm.
I don't know why, but I think what the scene that I want to have the most 3D in it is that scene where the CGI ambulance drives away. Like he's like, we need to 3D this.
God. That was so funny.
Scene.
Oh my god. Okay.
Getting ahead of ourselves again.
Yeah. Next one.
I don't want to spoil any of this movie.
Next, put the facts in the bag. Is that a tie-in video game was released in October 2012, a year before this came out.
Very weird.
You said?
Yeah,
I thought you said
Italian
Italian video game.
No.
I misheard you.
It's probably released on like the Sega Genesis or something. That with these
The-
crew.
Google Stadia, they used it to launch their platform.
Yeah.
I would love the Birdemic PSP game.
It was honestly the game would probably be better than the movie.
Well,
At least
the reason why I want it on PSP is because the first film. Well, Todd
Right,
was
'cause
playing
he had a
PSP the
PSP.
whole time.
wow.
Little
Guys,
meta
can,
action.
the kids in the first movie, he's playing PSP. He's like, "Can we get Happy Meals?" Like everyone's dead. That was
Yeah.
awesome. Okay, next one. Penultimate. Put the facts in the bag. Is in a 2016 Vice interview, Wynn said that he is hoping to eventually make Birdemic 3 Sea Eagle, which would be his last film. In October of 2016, an Indiegogo campaign was raised in order to finance the third film of the series. They were looking for $500,000 to raise for it, but the funding was eventually closed with only $596 out of the desired $500,000 donated.
Poor guys.
They made $4 shy of $600.
I mean, they still made the movie. Those poor guys.
Just by Indiegogo. They had such high hopes. They got $596.
They must have quit trying after the first day.
You think they got $596 in the first day?
First week, and then never tweeted about it again or whatever they needed to do to maintain the interest.
Yeah. And my last put the facts in the bag is IMDb bottom 100. This lands on it.
Oof. What position?
Well, I'm gonna work my way down of all the ones that we've done so far.
Okay.
Number 94, The Wicker Man.
Is number 1 like the worst?
The worst.
Okay.
Number 94, The Wicker Man. Number 75, Dragon Wars.
Rocky.
Inugi. Number 41, Cats.
Yuiju.
The Yuiju. Number 41, Cats. Number Number 14, The Hottie and the Naughty.
Damn, so this is down here.
Number 11, Birdemic, Shock and Terror.
Oh my.
And number 8, Birdemic 2, The Resurrection.
May I?
You may.
May I bang the microphone?
You may. What are you looking at?
Nothing.
Downtown Spook Boys.
What the fuck?
You were just looking at put the facts in the bag.
Space Horse. Star Horse.
There you go. He messed it up.
Wait.
Space Horse.
Rewind.
It's like the last thing you say to somebody before they die, like Space Horse. Wait, Star Horse. No.
Come back. There's a
It's some
like
urgency in your voice there. I like it.
No. There's a TikTok page that I follow that's I send content to you quite often where it's the improv group, the Game Changer show.
Oh yeah.
That's
With
only
all the
available.
college humor guys.
Yeah. And there's one of the skits that I saw where it was like a man's last dying words, but he isn't ready to die yet. And he's like,
oh yeah,
sir, he's like, son, I just want to tell you that I love you so much. And it's like, beep, beep.
He missed time when he thought he was gonna die, so he has to keep like stalling until he comes back alive.
He's like,
and also,
I'm not much of a hard shell taco guy. Beep, 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 beep. And it just keeps coming back.
Furthermore, yeah, that was a good bit.
As such.
Heretofore,
therefore, as previously stated, henceforth. Ostensibly. Yeah.
That's what it was.
We forgot the big one. The big O.
That ties it all together.
The big O. Ostensibly Orgasm
Robertson.
or Oscar Robertson.
Thought that I forgot about ostensibly.
Ooh.
That was
bad.
That
got Seth real good.
That was bad. I think
all right, we gotta rate the worst the worst
tangent. That's our next award.
No, the worst things that we've said so far on here. I think
the M word was definitely the worst.
The M word is the worst.
They don't know.
The gourd, it's gourd joke today.
That was bad.
His little rap there, or Tippy Hedron vagina smell.
I said something in the beginning that was bad. I forget what it was though. Because said you started this. You're like that was bad.
Yeah, you kept shouting racial slurs.
No.
Oh yeah.
No. Hold on.
How does it feel when the other person just agrees with you with making bold ass claims?
I don't like it.
Yeah. Don't you remember that time that Seth was holding down that child in the park?
Whoa, what?
What?
No.
I would never. But
Seth?
do we remember the time Brandon was holding down that
He
child
did!
in the park?
I'm joking. No children were held by any of the hosts of this podcast in the park.
No children were harmed in the making of this podcast. Seth, his face is so red, he's dying.
Holy shit. That delivery was so good.
It was so fast.
You're finally ready to point at the aggressor. He's been waiting years for I swear to God, he did it.
You're right.
I needed to be vindicated for my actions. The instant someone else spoke up, you've been waiting.
See something, say something.
See something, say something. You just have to wait for somebody else to say something as well.
Sorry, Luna.
And we're into the movie.
And let's get into the movie. Nicole Kidman, please let go of that child in the park. It's just a child, Nicole.
She's got a knife.
Nicole can go for Brandon. He repents.
He does not consent. He does not. Wait, I'm being held down now?
Yeah, Nicole Kidman is holding you down and stabbed you.
I'm trying to get her off by spraying her with a hose, but it's not a very strong water flow.
It's not a fireman hose. It's just like a garden hose that
you got your thumb in the nozzle.
Yeah. I like to imagine that like Nicole Kidman's holding you down in a park or something, and you're being tortured, but you're fine with it because the bigger torture is Keith Urban in the distance playing his guitar.
The guitar's just Keith Urban.
And you're just like,
yeah,
fuck, just please make him leave. You can do whatever you want to me.
Do what you want to me, Nicole. Don't make me look at Keith Urban. Don't eat that. Don't eat that.
Okay.
She's trying to eat the headphone cord. Go back to bed. I'm sorry for crying. I wasn't real.
It's funny because
her
name is Luna. You should have named her Nicole Kidman.
Name her Nicole Kidman. That could be her middle name. Her name is Luna Nicole Kidman Tigger. Are you happy?
That's great.
Super.
Like a Spanish name.
Yeah, it's very ethnic.
Somebody's just like, oh my God, what's this sweet little girl's name? Like Nicole Kidman. Like super straight face. Like, of course it's Nicole Kidman.
Oh God, that was a little laugh he did at your fucking wedding.
Wait, who did?
Lucas, to make us all smile genuinely for the pictures. It got me like crazy.
Yeah, there's photos of it.
Yeah. Photos of me frowning at your vows.
Yeah, there's literally photos of our weddings, Lucas, where it's like me saying my vows, but Seth is just full on stank facing to not cry.
But it looks like I'm pissed about him getting married.
Both could be true.
Both could. So let's get into the movie.
Dang, I moved the couch around a lot there.
Yeah, I'll have to edit all that out. Why are you doing that?
I don't mean to. I'm sorry.
Holiday hose.
There you go. You got it. Where did you get that pizza?
You got it. You got the pizza. That was the wrong phrase, though.
Oh yeah, sorry. At the pizza store. Duh.
Dude, I love that.
Okay. Starting it off today. My first note is opening up with Hollywood and Hollywood Boulevard shots. Very upbeat music plays as some guy slowly struts down the street, and then you get a title card.
It looks like he bought a new camera. That's what I said.
That's my second note here is you can see the video quality is much better than the first film.
It is much better. I think just purely, because he bought a new camera.
He wasn't using an 03 camera. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, dude, he didn't learn anything from the last. Yeah, just a new camera.
Of course he didn't. Because
he had nothing to learn.
Yeah, part of it is he thinks that his first movie is like a genuinely awesome, great movie, and that people didn't get it, and that it was like too small and too low budget for like people to get here. So he's like, I just need more money to make the Birdemic movie that I know people will recognize as a masterpiece.
Yeah.
Which he thinks this is.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. Hilarious.
A guy I reminded Seth many times during the watching of this is like the music plays and the love stories and everything like that. I'll look over to him like every 10 minutes, 15 minutes ago. This is a horror film.
Yeah, he loved reminding me of that.
Because it feels as far from a horror film as you can get at the beginning.
And it's about birds, which also don't make an appearance for a long time.
Yeah, you might as well have Mr. Blue Sky playing on repeat for like the first 40 minutes.
Sun is shining in the sky. The clouds. Oh, Lucas fucking died.
He's dead again.
He's hurt. Nicole Kidman.
He's
let him
sick.
go.
Get off.
The cat was being a menace.
Well,
not like cute little Luna.
Video quality is much better.
She's a menace too.
Seth and I pointed out this one part where they're clearly zooming in because they're across the street from him. They're clearly trying to zoom in on him walking, but the camera gets so shaky as they like lose Bill behind a car. They're like, where the fuck is he?
They had to find him again.
But the camera is, I don't know what exactly they're going for, but it just is unbelievably shaky the entire time.
If you had a hangover, you would feel so sick.
Are they?
I don't know.
They're not driving in a car, right? Like they're in a stationary camera, like tracking him.
Probably following him, yeah, because it looks like they're on the other sidewalk. Yeah. You see cars coming both ways.
Is the camera moving laterally?
It's both, because he has like one where he's like following him like in front of him and behind him, but there's also one like across the street. And there are devices that are pretty cheap to have like stabilizers, or you can put it on your shoulder or something.
Yeah.
It's very obvious he's holding the camera with his hand as he walks, and it's
he probably tripped along the way.
It's a 3-time zoom, so the shakes are extra magnified. He loses Bill in it, but they do the opening credits as he's walking. It lasts about 6 minutes. Supporting cast in the opening credits. Like, it literally said supporting cast.
Yeah, even I knew that was weird.
And they also had, like, the boom guy and like, the best boy and stuff. They just did all the credits right away.
The bestest boy.
Lou.
And I put, oh, shit, I saw Damian Carter's name in the supporting cast. I knew he was going up. And so the intro lasts 6 minutes of him walking, and he finally ends up at Hollywood, the happy ending bar.
Yep.
Where
you hang on it for like 25 seconds.
Yeah, crazy long.
And the instant he walks in the bar, video and audio quality drop tremendously.
Well, I put, oh my God, the sound. Because it's the Birdemic 1 thing where there are two different audio sources.
Yes.
And one has like white noise and the other doesn't. So it's the cutting back and forth is so grating.
First main thing Seth says is, why is there a fan in the background of her talking? But his nothing. His audio is fine. But yes, he's got a fan.
It's inexplicable. Like
this
like a lot of this stuff is.
Yeah. Bill goes 3D. In. That's what he was going for. Was the 3D, the walking scenes in 3D.
That's unbelievable.
But he goes in to this bar, starts checking out the waitress. This is Gloria, who is supposedly an aspiring movie star, and he is some hotshot movie director, and he wants her to be the lead in his new movie, Sunset Dreams.
He does. He's like a down out on his luck almost, though, because his last Hollywood movie was rejected. Everyone said it was like too artistic or whatever. It's kind of Wynn saying a comment on his own career. He's like, I made a movie, everyone rejected me, even though it was great and artistic. Everyone thought it was too outside the mainstream.
That's a good take. Because I was like, oh, he's a down on his luck guy, but apparently he used to be like a real deal, because he had a movie called, I don't remember what it was called, but he swept the Sundance Film Festival with it. He won every award at Sundance. Yeah.
They later espoused in the movie that Sundance is all bullshit, too.
Oh, they did?
Mm-hmm. They were talking about it.
I don't remember that, but yeah. So
I know. Kind of a quick note on the visuals here. It's a live set, right? Why does everything look green screened behind them if it's a live set? That's
they're in a bar, yeah.
It's like it's a weird camera trick. Like, I can't explain it, but for the worse. You know what I mean? Like, it's a magic trick for bad.
Yeah,
it looks
100%.
worse than a live set. I don't get it.
Just film what's in front of you.
Is that the 3D effect? Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, maybe. Well, Bill's there hanging out when Rod and Natalie meet Bill at the bar. Rod and Natalie are now a couple. They're full on dating.
Natalie's got a little bang haircut.
Yep.
Did she not in the first one?
No, she had long hair.
I was
she's
pretty
got the
pumped to
short-
see them. I was like, let's go.
Let's fucking go.
I love these guys.
Rod and
Award
Nathalie.
nominees. Rod and Nathalie. Yeah, why are they spelled like that? Because James Wynn is a second language English speaker.
Yeah. And
That's
Rod
why.
is also now some big hotshot millionaire that is going to be investing in Bill's movie. He's made millions of dollars investing in solar tech companies and things of that sort.
We kind of knew that from the first movie. Didn't his company sell for $1 billion?
No, just 1 million.
No, his company sold for $1 billion.
Oh,
he made
the
$1 million
second one.
sale.
He made $1 million sale, but
yeah,
he's
loaded.
He's loaded, and
so loaded.
He originally had offered Gloria an audition for the lead role of Kim in his new movie, but the instant Nathalie's there, he's like, "Wow, you're pretty and talented. You should audition for the lead role of Kim."
Well, it's part of the deal.
Yeah. Rod's like, "How about you hook her up in the movie?"
With an audition.
Yes. It's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
It's like he's trying to set up a little bit of tension between these girls who's going to get the lead role.
Yeah. Were you tense?
A little bit. I thought that he was going to dip into that. He refused to.
Yeah.
When he had the opportunity.
So after this bar, you get.
They also said Citizen Kane was an independent movie, which it was not. That's not.
They said, what were the three? Citizen Kane,
Vertigo,
Psycho, and
Vertigo. Those two are because Hitchcock produced his own stuff, but Citizen Kane was a RKO production.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
With Orson Welles and Mankiewicz writing it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, after the bar, there's a news broadcast telling you all about global warming. Why was the news broadcast so quiet?
Because they don't know how to film sound correctly.
I couldn't hear it. I literally couldn't hear the news broadcast.
That wasn't done on purpose.
That was like, birds in Arkansas are dying by the thousands. The only reason I knew that was because I had the subtitles on.
Yeah, they also said there's blood in Half Moon Bay, which is
blood in Half Moon Bay.
The first reference to any actions of the first movie, despite Rod and Nathalie being around and having a whole conversation. They didn't at any point be like, "Man, that was crazy what we went through 3 years ago when everyone in our lives died."
It's funny because I put this note in later, but I want to address it now. Is that nobody, when the birds attack again, nobody's like, "Hey, this happened like a year ago in Half Moon Bay." Nobody's like this. Everybody's like, "This is something new." Like everybody in LA.
They kind of
There was no news about
wiped.
Birds.
They should know what the deal is.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The rain is also turning red and raining down on people.
That's new.
Something crazy's going on.
It's fine though.
And Gloria, she's walking down the street. Bill's walking down the street when Gloria bumps into Bill. And she's like, "I'm done with Hollywood. I've tried too much to be an actress. It's not working."
She's right, because she cannot emote. The actress who plays Glory that can't make emotions with her face. It's wild, the difference in acting level between her and Whitney Moore, because Whitney, I think, is actually a pretty good actress and even kind of upped her game in this one a little bit too.
I don't know
Whitney's
if she upped her game.
She didn't have the only facial expressions in the movie.
No, she's by far the best actress in this.
I think she leaned into the camp a little bit too.
She did, definitely. But
which I don't think any of the other people really did. Maybe Bill a little bit. Gloria doesn't know how to lean into anything.
But Bill bumps into her on the street, says she's so talented, she's so beautiful, she should stay. And I put nice Tippi Hedren placement. It zooms right in on the star. And he convinces her to stay. He says, "You're going to get the lead in my movie. And if you don't, I'm going to pay you $1,000 to go back home." Seth was like, wait, she's like leaving LA for good? I was like, yeah. He's like, she has one suitcase.
Yeah, she just had a bag that she was dragging around.
That was
Like,
all of her life possessions.
She'd apparently spent 5 years in Hollywood as a failed actress, and all she had to show for it was a bag she could fit on a bus.
Like 4 outfits in.
Yeah.
She said she was like the lead in a bunch of indie movies, as well as being a supporting character in a bunch of major big budget movies. That qualifies as a successful actress, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think that's probably why she should have given up. I wish she hadn't stayed to audition, because like if you've been in films, like the lead actress and things, and been, I guess, moderately successful, and you're still like serving tables as a side hustle, like you're not figuring it out, I would say give up. After 5 years of that, you've done a couple parts, you haven't made it, go away.
Yeah, they've been exposed to you and they don't like it. They don't want you to continue. It's not like you haven't broken out yet.
Yeah, you've been given your chances, and the people said no.
Exactly.
Except
go be a receptionist in Nebraska or whatever.
Ooh, that's pretty tout job.
Tout?
Astute.
I don't know what tout means on its own.
I don't either, actually.
I know what touted means.
Quit eating my shirts.
Luna, don't eat his shirts. Hey.
She can eat them.
No.
She can't eat the shirts. She'll eat a sock. And it's not like ripping up a sock. She'll like take a sock and swallow it whole. Yeah.
Come over here. Come on. Go cuddle with Blueberry.
Yeah, he likes you.
Blueberry loves you. Well, after this whole thing, after he convinces her to say, you get to some boardroom meeting with the other investors including Rod. Yes, exactly.
Why did they need to go have an investor meeting if Rod said he's bankrolling the whole thing with $1 million?
They were gonna give him another $1 million.
$2 million to make this movie?
Exactly. Oh, what did she get?
The American flag.
Put it up top.
She's a communist.
You do not want to eat Legos.
Like daughter, like father.
Oh shit! Called out. Damn.
For communism.
Seth's not gonna be happy, but yeah, exactly.
Oh no, what happened?
I wouldn't put it past him at all. Just based on his repertoire on this, like, it's exactly the same.
Sure.
They hate America, so.
Yeah.
My dog?
Yep. Fellow communist here.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Why this scene is filmed in a montage style, but it's not a montage. It's live action.
One scene. It's one scene.
But it's filmed with like.
Are they driving in the car? Is that what's going on?
No, this is the boardroom meeting.
It's like they have these transitions that are indicative of a montage, and they have the montage music going on, but they're not like progressing in time.
It's very happy and peppy and everything. Yeah, the investors are very skeptical because they're requiring more violence and sex in the film to really speak to the audience, and this is all to the most generic royalty-free music of all time.
Yeah, it's like a harpsichord.
And they want to do script revisions.
But
he's like, no way. Well, Bill's like, no, I'm making the movie I want it to. And they're like, okay. So they talk about it, and then they come back and they're like, okay, if we can do some script revisions, we'll give you $1 million. It's like, deal.
They're in. And then we get one of my favorite callbacks to Birdemic 1, where they just clap for a long time. Bill looks
so
evil.
long.
Probably a minute of celebrating this deal that they've struck here.
Back and forth clapping. They use the same Bill clap each time, and then it slowly goes into slow-mo to end the montage.
And then we do it all over again.
Slow-mo ecstatic Bill.
So now it's casting time.
Correct.
Gloria apparently did better than Nathalie, but she didn't.
Wooden acting. She can act her way out of a phone booth.
Nice.
I think in this scene specifically,
she might have.
Because they probably
tried to do bad.
They probably told her to do bad because she didn't do anything either. And the only thing that Gloria did better was like
a nod,
timing. I would say of the words, like a little
the words.
So, yeah.
Well, Rod's pushing for Nathalie to get the
No.
lead, obviously, but it's not gonna happen. And back at the happy ending bar, Gloria gets a call from Bill while she's working. I don't know why she needed to walk all the way down the wheelchair ramp outside
That was
to
my
take the
note
call.
too. She gets a phone call. She's like, "Hold on, everybody," and sprints outside, out of breath. "Hello, you got the part." Whoopee!
And he's gonna invite her to lunch to celebrate.
Yep.
Respectfully, of course.
Yes.
Not a date.
Not a date.
No.
It's strictly business. And they go to lunch the next day.
They go to a very Vietnamese restaurant.
Which I loved because the first movie had the very Chinese restaurant in it.
Totally.
No.
And he
like deep in Los Angeles where white people don't go to these
No.
types of restaurants. Which is like funny because Wynn's, a very authentic Vietnamese guy.
Yep.
And these two white people are just meeting there for casual lunch.
And he will not stop saying how beautiful and talented she is. And all the actresses he has worked with in the past. He's like, "You're just like them. You're so beautiful. You're so talented." And she's like,
Thanks.
"Oh, my grandfather's an actor or something, but he's dead now."
Famous actor, apparently. The director or cinematographer also loves to constantly be like filming around the table like it's some sort of tense family Woody Allen drama. It was giving me a little dizzy.
Trying to break the 180 rule?
Like
They
a
did a
dozen
lot.
times.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Seth?
I just liked in that scene that she's talking about her grandpa. Was their grandpa or uncle or whatever it was?
I think it was her grandpa.
Okay, the famous actor. And he was like, the other guy's like, "Wait a second, Jack Marlowe, I've heard of him. Isn't he dead?" And she's like, "Yeah, thank you. He did die recently, but it's fine because it was his time." And he was like, "Damn, what a shame. That's
She was like, he was
like
90.
really trying to get her to cry or something.
I loved that she was like, he was 91. It was his time to go. Like
92. 92
made
is the
peace
time
with
to
it.
go. Yeah.
But rock music plays with a driving montage where as
I thought-
they drive,
They had a very pornographic setup too, because they're like, we're not gonna. I don't remember exactly. You can say it.
I got a quote about this.
Okay,
we can either do it now or for later. Up to
No,
you.
we'll
save it for later. Yeah.
Okay.
Very pornographic.
It's so
They're
funny.
driving to like rock
Bad
music.
porn.
Yes, bad porn.
The worst kind.
They're driving to some rock music in like his convertible car, and you can tell it's not a date. She's got her arm around him, like kind of like kissing his cheek and whatnot.
That's what it looks like when Brandon and I go to Pita Pit here in town. When we go to lunch.
Exactly like that.
Arms around. So it's not a date. Like she's right.
It is not a date. It's just a casual thing.
I'm upset I let that noise out just now.
Ooh. Well,
That's great.
it's so funny because they start to drive and you see like side angles of the car driving totally normal, and then they go the front facing view, and I pause and go, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah, he was pissed.
Why were you pissed?
Some of the worst CGI I've ever, green screen I've ever seen.
What got me the most here is they have all these rock montages of them flying down the road, and he's got his sunglasses on, they look cool, whatever. And then there was one for like 3 seconds of them sitting in traffic, just like, and it stopped still, and then they kept going back to the speeding, like they ran out of B-roll footage of them driving.
In the intro, we caught a continuity error.
Oh yeah, we did.
Where he's walking down the street and you can see the flashing like hand as he's going through the crosswalk. It's like 7, 6, 5, and then it cuts to him walking the other way, and it's the Walkman symbol.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Also, this driving scene, it was really funny. They were stuck in traffic. Part of it, I laughed at that. But they also like, anytime they were trying to show like speed, it was the front view of the green screen and everything. Like we're going so fast and enjoying life. And anytime they went back to like the real life shot, it was always them turning right, like 15 miles an hour around the same fucking corner. Gonna go turning again, and then they're like, "Oh man, they're going so fast." Oh no, they're behind a PT Cruiser and bumper to bumper traffic.
And you can also see pretty clearly like the dashboard in the back of the car that they're filming out of.
The leading car and the trailing car,
yeah.
You can always see the spare tire.
Sometimes you can see hair blowing in.
Movie. Yeah.
We pointed out the
we
hair.
We had to rewind it to double check on that one.
So was that hair?
So
the cameraman's hair blew into the frame of the camera. They did not scrap that.
It's hilarious.
So there's all these shots. Yeah, some of the worst green screen you've ever seen with them driving from the front-facing view, and they're ending up, flirting more, walking around the beach and whatnot, and they're on the boardwalk. Like they go to like an amusement park. Everyone at the boardwalk's amusement, like the faces were like blurred out at the amusement park. They didn't get those rights this time.
They didn't.
But the biggest question I had was as they're walking on the boardwalk, there are like 8 women lined up side by side wearing like red Leatherman jackets, and it's just like their ass shot, and they're just like blocking the way, and like Bill and Gloria look at it and they're like, huh, and then they walk another way.
I thought they kept walking towards it, and then it like didn't matter after a while. Like they walked through them, but there wasn't.
Why were the red Leatherman jacket girls standing on the boardwalk?
It was just that shot of them. They don't come up.
No,
again.
There were 8 of them standing side by side, blocking the path.
Yeah.
It's just something they filmed that they were just there. It's not
this needs
because their faces weren't shown. They probably didn't have the rights to it.
Just
they
their
were just
butts.
like, this is cool. This is probably like a softball team doing like senior pictures or something. He's crawling around the ground. Somebody's like, "Who's that man?"
1,000%. Because if you remember a cat's facts from the first one is they didn't have any permits to film anywhere, and they would oftentimes be like told to leave the property and you can't film here and stuff like that.
Yeah, he was just filming random people. Didn't
but they
get
had
their
$300,000 this time. They couldn't like buy the rights to film somewhere.
No.
What did they spend the fucking money on?
The green screens.
Oh my god.
At one point, I was watching I was watching a little behind the scenes of James Wynn, and they were filming a scene. At one point, he's like, "Oh, we got to have the crane coming in here, the crane shot here." And we're like, "Would you have a crane shot here? When?" I don't remember that. Apparently, they rented a crane at some point.
There was no use of a crane ever.
Is that what
in
a
this
crane
film.
shot is? A literal crane? Like, is it like lifting a camera or like?
Yeah, like an overhead shot.
Oh, okay.
I don't ever remember anything that resembled a crane shot or like a drone shot or anything like that.
Maybe Traffic.
The bulk of their money.
Renting a
one crane shot they used for a 3D freaking camera.
That he mastered.
Crane shot in Traffic. We got it.
That he mastered.
$1,000.
Well, that's good.
So you don't remember these women standing side by side?
Mm-hmm.
It was a quick shot. It was like a second and a half, 2 seconds.
Seth and I looked at it. What the fuck was that?
It seems like it's gonna be like a cause of turmoil. Like they're gonna get in a scuffle.
They're blocking the path. What are we gonna do?
And they're standing like elbow to elbow, side by side, facing away from the camera. It's like a Team Rocket juncture you just walked into. They're about to turn around and like give you a little theme song and
or that they're like all standing around like looking at a dead bird or something. No, they were just there. There was no resolutions.
It's fucking wild.
So they're on the beach.
They're just people
walking along when Bill and Gloria bump into Rod and Napoli on the beach. And they end up inviting them to go with them to the Tar Pits Museum. But as they're walking down the beach, Napoli's like, "Oh, I have to go pee. I'm going to be back real quick." And then you get this shot.
I know we say a lot of funny shots too, but there was a shot when they're all walking and then a guy's jogging in the camera and the cameraman just follows the guy jogging for no reason for like 3 seconds.
I don't remember that.
It was
no
like
action. Yeah.
It was facing the group and the jogger like passes them and he follows the jogger instead of like following the group, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna film this guy now.
Yeah, who is this guy?
So as Napoli goes pee, we get probably the craziest scene of this movie.
Maybe.
As you see just a woman's green screen legs in a bikini bottom floating in the water, kicking. Yeah, and then the worst CGI jellyfish you'll ever see creep up on her.
Yeah, and it stings her.
He's already laughing.
The absolute funniest part of this is the camera keeps cutting to this like cartoon jellyfish, like it's gonna get like a facial reaction. Like she'll pretend to kick the jellyfish, and then they'll cut to the jellyfish like it's gonna have like a mad face, but it's a jellyfish.
It's just blobs.
Yeah. I imagine it's a 1920s like mafia guy. It's going, "Hey, I forget
I'm walking here."
No, but like,
give me the gabagool. I'm walking here.
I can't remember what 1920s gangsters sound like, but yeah, you know what I mean.
Clearly, Staten Island.
I know what you mean.
Staten Island Italian.
What is it?
No,
They
was
got
like
the big cigars saying, "Hey, boss."
yeah,
I don't know,
get a load of this guy.
but he's the boss. The jellyfish.
The
is
jellyfish.
The boss.
It's yeah. She kicks it so many times it like floats away, and then it creeps back up on her. But you never see any like CGI stinging of her.
No,
But she
you
runs
don't.
out of the beach just covered in blood, like head to toe blood.
She doesn't seem really injured outside of the massive amounts of blood on her. She seems pretty cheery. I thought they were gonna like set it up. They all have to pee on her. That's kind of what I thought.
I thought that's what it was. She's like, I got stung by a jelly, and everybody's gonna be like, oh, we'll pee on you right now. No, that wasn't it.
She wasn't very good at collapsing.
Oh,
She like sprinted out of the ocean instead of like collapsing because of the pain.
She just
like,
sat down.
She ran to a spot and she was like, "This is probably good," and like yeah, she just laid down because it was comfortable.
She did a little crisscross applesauce and then laid
she
down.
sat down on her butt first.
She's like, can you just call the like doctor for me? Would that be okay? No, it's jellyfish stings. I think it's cool.
My question, I guess, for this larger, what does this have to do with the rest of the movie in any capacity?
That's what I was saying. This is the craziest scene of the movie. My note here is they need to stop saying giant jumbo jellyfish.
They did say giant jumbo jellyfish a lot. It's
because
a
bunch of times.
Birds attacking people. This is like one instance of a jellyfish stinging a lady. You tell me, Seth.
It's either got to be implying that more than just birds are upset about the global warming impact and more than just them are attacking. Or, second thing is, if Nguyen is really laying into the comedy aspect of his sequel,
that's it.
He's really leaning into it. He saw this in his endless array of special effects. He saw this jellyfish. He's like, that thing looks so fucking stupid. Let's put it in the movie. And he found any way to shoehorn it in. He thought, even better if it doesn't make sense.
I genuinely think it's number one of yours. I don't think
you don't think it's the second
joke. No, he doesn't get the joke. Really, truly.
Yeah, and then
truly, madly, deeply.
They wait for the ambulance to get here so they can take her away.
And the ambulance drives, and it is once again just a shitty CGI ambulance. They could not get an ambulance in that $300,000.
Yeah, that's a very easy thing to have. Hey, don't just don't show it then. Just don't have a fake ambulance drive off in a real parking lot. If you can't get that, we can understand if you can't like afford to rent the ambulance on a $300,000 budget. Just skip that part.
Just skip it.
Don't do this.
My question was like, why did Natalie need to go to pee for this scene?
That's true. I don't know.
Seth said that was just so that when she came back, they could say giant jumbo jellyfish once more to her.
Doesn't she come back with their child too?
No, she doesn't, but the child does appear.
He just shows the fuck up.
In the next scene.
She comes back to the group and she's like, hey, what did I miss, guys? Like, it's a fucking sitcom. Sorry if I stole that from anybody. I just realized how funny that is.
Hey, it's me, Todd. Remember me? I'm back.
What did I miss? And they're like, oh, this woman got stung by a giant jumbo jellyfish. Hey, you have to stay here. You're gonna be a butthole. Oh my god, she's gonna be
butthole. Yeah, I just thought it was obscure because they end up at the tar pit museums, and I was like, who is this young man with him?
It's of course it's Tony.
That was his name. It's Tony.
Hey,
I put they must have had a connect at the Tar Pits Museum, because there's no way, because this is like the best filmmaking of the movie, and there's no way that they could be like doing that, like trying to sneak behind security and get it without the permit. So they must have known somebody at the museum, because there's a lot of museum shots.
Seth literally looked over me. He's like, so many museum shots. There's like 3 minutes of just shots of museum.
Yeah. And we're like 35 minutes into the hour and 20-minute movie, and no birds yet. No bird attacks.
I told Seth, I was like, literally the last time we watched this, there was no birds until the exact halfway point during a sex scene. So,
because at least in this one, there were shots of like regular birds that they happened to film.
There were so many real birds in this movie.
They did good with that, actually.
They did amazing. Like there was that
They
giant.
got so lucky with that giant flock.
There was that giant flock
Yeah,
of
I
birds
thought that was
that they
CGI.
caught in the air. That was amazing.
It took me a second. I was like, "Are those real birds?" And Brandon, like, "Yeah, those are
Those
real
are
birds."
real. That was a great,
That's
genuinely
the bar
great shot.
for this movie is if they can film real birds instead of fake birds. We're like, oh
It's
my
good.
god, they
Holy
did it.
shit! This is film of the year.
They did it, guys.
This is
They
going on
did
my
it.
top 10 list.
So yeah, they're at the museum. They look at every exhibit until they come to some bird skeletons, and they talk about how old and big they are. And at the museum outside, they see Dr. Jones.
Dr. Jones,
Oh.
isn't that a song?
Mr.
Yes,
Jones and Me.
by Aqua. That's one of Marina's favorite childhood songs.
Never mind.
Dr.
Yeah.
Jones, Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones. That's the I'm a Barbie Girl band, Aqua. There's that one. There's another one that Marina loves. If you ever play it, she'll immediately go, in the heat of the night, we are having a siesta. Fiesta. We'll dance until siesta when the sun comes to light. Heat of the night. She loves it.
I'm lost. In the heat of the night, we are having a siesta.
Fiesta. We dance
me and-
until siesta when the sun comes to life.
Meanwhile, me and Seth are strolling through the barrio.
It was
Strolling
1989.
through the barrio. Oh, thank you.
Wait,
Took me
what
a
is the
second,
song?
sorry.
What is the song?
When I
Mr.
look
Jones.
at the television, I want to see me getting back to the notes.
Mr.
Staring back at me.
Jones and me.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Okay. All I could think of was Kid Rock all summer long.
it.
From your
Why?
werewolf London
Yeah.
talk last
yeah.
week.
I was pissed.
But yeah, so they look at everything. Dr. Jones, call back from the first movie. He was the scientist that told them all about how global warming and the birds and everything like that. So he's on this bridge who tells them about how birds are descendants of dinosaurs and the prehistoric ones were so large and would attack cavemen. And then you get a quick flashback.
Oh, did they?
You get a quick flashback to just two cave people fucking.
Fucking.
Yeah.
It goes to their faces, just oh. You're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, it was very brutish, and then the birds set upon them.
You get a shot of Renfold McDenfold making love. Who?
Pretty much, actually.
If you listen to the podcast,
God damn, that's such an
Caveman
old
Ronald
one.
McDonald, yeah.
it's in the most recent episode of TV Talk with the Wacky Adventures of Ronald McDonald. They go back in time to dinosaur ages, and they see all their cave people selves, and none of them have names except for Ronald's, which is Renfold McDenfold. Clearly an Irish caveman who could only speak in grunts, yet he had a full name.
I think this was Seth's like first glimpse too at the birds attacking, the birds in motion.
Yes, this is the first moment of CGI birds. Is this flashback?
And what was screaming through your head at this point, Seth? If I may ask.
To be honest, I'd seen clips of the birds from the first movie, so I was expecting like that.
Yeah.
But the first time I ever saw that, I was like,
yeah.
There's no way they keep doing that, right? There's gotta
they
be,
do.
There's gotta be a catch. There's gotta be something else they do. And then yeah, that's every fucking scene.
The first time he saw them on the screen, he just went, the birds.
It didn't go the birds.
He did.
But yeah, so he tells them all about that. You get caveman sex scene
there.
as clipart eagles and vultures kill them. And Dr. Jones just spitting knowledge about the tar's ability to preserve skeletons and blood vessel and DNA of the birds. Like, it completely preserves them. And so now they're all on the beach talking about how lots of actors die young.
After like 60 seconds, 65 seconds of a yacht. Just filming of a boat on the river.
Yeah, what the fuck was that yacht?
On the ocean.
Did they rent that yacht?
Nope.
It's just
they just filmed it. And then they're on the beach.
It's funny how many things they actually blurred out this time, but they like got away with just this yacht.
It's random. They never asked.
And you're very correct. It is like 60 to 65 seconds of a yacht. It's like 1% of the movie of just yacht.
Yeah.
And they're all on the beach talking about how lots of actors die young. It was like, oh, cool.
Oh yeah.
James Dean died young.
He did?
I can't remember the other one they said.
Natalie Wood.
Natalie Wood died young.
Yeah, when she was like 43, which young, but not that young.
Not James Wood 26 young. Yeah.
Was it 43?
Yeah.
He said
Yeah.
24 and 23.
No, he said 43.
Did he say 43?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I read he said 24 and 23 on the subtitles.
Oh yeah, it was 43, which is
Yeah.
I mean, like sad, but I don't know if that's necessarily dying really young.
Yeah,
But,
no.
I mean, that's a really
Everyone
700. That's like way down the list of things to nitpick about Birdemic too.
Oh, for sure.
Because the age of which people died. Well, Gloria is like going to give like Natalie all this acting tips because she got the lead and she didn't. And she was like kind of fine with it. And you start to hear, or they go to this bar when Natalie's linebacker mom shows up.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
She's got the broadest shoulders.
Like Dwight Howard shoulders.
Yeah, no kidding.
she's like 5'6", but like her wingspan is like 7'4".
Yeah, she's not like overweight necessarily. She's just a brick shithouse.
She's just a brick shit.
Oh,
What's
that's
that
my
noise?
that's the coffee maker here.
You better go get some coffee.
I already got some.
Oh, well, yeah, she shows up and she's so happy that Natalie isn't modeling anymore. Because I told Seth in the first movie, she's like, "Oh, you got a modeling career as the centerfold page of Victoria's Secret? You should do real estate instead." It's like, she's doing pretty good in modeling, Mom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and now, but now she's an actress, and she's like, "Oh, that's so awesome! You guys should put me in the movie too."
Oh, my God.
She was like, "Can you put me in a supporting role? If not, just a feature role
No.
instead?" It's like, what?
Quit eating the chair.
Feature
And
is
he's just
bigger
like,
than
"Sure,
supporting.
why not?"
Oh,
No,
you stole my quote.
he agreed to put her in. Agreed to put her in a scene with Nathalie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And-
but they were like, "Oh, sure, we'll put you in the film," and then they winked to each other while she was watching.
My notice the mom's
Usually
now
have
in
to
a
pay for that.
film. Mom's now in a film,
Oh,
and
quit eating
mom's
the
just
chair.
landed on thick about marriage and babies. Nathalie's like, "I don't know. You ask Rod. When are we having kids?"
Rod's pretty good here at playing the uncomfortable. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he did decent.
Yeah.
He improved a lot from the first film in acting.
I think he did. Yeah, I think
Still
you're right.
dog shit, but he improved a lot.
He was so wooden in the first one. I think it's pretty clear Gloria is the worst actor out of the main four.
Yes, she is. And after she lays it on thick, you start to hear some club music, and my note
What's this?
is Damian Carter about to show up? And
Oh
then
my God.
here comes Damian Carter. And this, once again, full music number. He sings a whole song.
Music video. He sings the chorus 3 or 4 times through. Star bright, star bright, star bright.
This scene cracked me up because the way it was framed, I thought he was like performing up there, and I was like, all right, everybody's having a good time. The song ends, and it shows he's just been standing on a box in the corner of the room the whole time. It's like, he doesn't have a stage for himself.
It's
like a cardboard box with a fucking tarp.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you did
He's
point
standing
that
in the
out.
corner of the room, like
And-
nobody even knows he's there.
And this whole song's about like
It wasn't
how
a
he's going to be a
stage.
superstar, and everyone's going to
I'm
be
in
sorry when he
Hollywood,
would.
baby. Fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
And they're all, of course, because it's Birdemic, they're all dancing their asses off. Especially Natalie before the choreographed stuff, because she's like full arm dancing, like whoa.
She did like 90 spins.
She was spinning so hard, and the boys did a little
she's just
leapfrog thing, but
Yeah,
like
no,
a sideways leapfrog.
Like
He knows.
They're like bent over at the waist, and Ron was like, "Oh fuck, this is my chance."
Check this
Did like a
out.
parkour barrel roll over his back.
Yeah, they
All
knew it.
improvised, actually, not
They knew what to
choreographed.
do.
Don't eat the
Wait,
chair.
guys, I got it.
Oh, thank God.
We played the last one on it. There's no way they're
Oh,
gonna
you did?
copyright it. Yeah. Gonna party tonight.
Yeah, his first song was more of like a R&B pop joint, and this is pretty like techno influenced, club heavy. It's
Yeah, I would
showing
say so.
Damien's evolution as an artist as well. He also gets another song after this too.
He does.
He gets like 30 seconds before of his own like slow song before it goes anywhere.
So it's funny so I remember when we first watched Birdemic, after we got done with it, we went to fucking Dairy Queen and all got blizzards, and I downloaded Hanging Out with my family. Today I downloaded the rest of his songs, and there's one that you need to hear right now, Seth.
Okay.
This song's called Snake.
Oh yeah.
Lucas like, of course,
Snake.
yes.
It's a little close to home.
I don't remember the intro being this long. Usually his songs just literally pop right in. Oh, this is really long. We're gonna get there. You hear that silky smooth tenor 2 voice? 3, 4.
Oh, what?
This was
Keep
catchy.
up your guard.
Here it comes. Watch out, that girl's a snake. Watch out,
Keep your eyes
that
out.
girl's a snake. Watch out, she'll break your heart. Watch out, put up your guard.
Keep it
That
up.
snake. We really bopped. And then there's also Full Figured Woman.
He's got a big discography, I think, and Wynn knows him and loves him and uses him.
I think that's all you need.
He's
It's
like
funny
the Rolling
because
Stones to Martin Scorsese.
Oh, it's funny because I tried to download Starbright as well. Not available on Apple Music. It's like James Wynn has the deep cuts.
I think it's a crime to be in possession of that song.
It's a crime. Well, it's on YouTube,
pre-crime.
so go check it out. It's a pre-crime. So they jam, they dance. Ron
slow
Bill's
dance.
Sick, some slow dance, and you fade after all this clubbing to a half-naked Gloria lying on a bed with like a robe on and a half-naked Bill staring at her.
She's actually got lingerie
friends.
this time.
Yeah, they did. It wasn't a bikini. I thought they were just friends.
Yeah, they're friends. Secret friends.
Those boundaries are dissipating
quickly. Don't kiss
quickly.
me, Brandon.
We're just friends.
He was leaning. Oh.
Yeah, hard, yeah.
Oh, too much tongue. Too much tongue.
There's no
Scrap.
such thing.
You went only tongue.
There's no such thing as too much tongue.
100% tongue.
Thank you.
There's a lot of so they're like getting set up.
Catch us on the YouTube video to watch our tongue action.
Big time. But yeah, they're gonna bang. It's like a hardcore porn setup. What I thought is funny is there's a lot of rolling.
There was a lot of rolling.
They keep rolling over to each other like probably like 6 or 7 times.
Well, they kept showing just different angles of the same roll.
They did.
Yeah.
From the right side, the left side.
Marina hated his tattoo.
She did. The Saints logo. The New Orleans Saints. Big Saints fan.
Yeah. It's the hardest I laughed in the whole movie though is right here when they roll over and you can see the boom guy. Did you guys see that?
I missed that.
Oh my god! In the section,
is he in the reflection or something?
He's like in the doorway, just like holding the.
No.
Yeah, for like 2 seconds.
No
you guys
way.
can totally find it. Look up Birdemic 2 Boom. I'm sure it's the first. I died laughing. I put LMAO.
That's a lot of O's. Brandon, you're gonna have to look that up. My phone's like 4%. I'm saving it for quotes.
Sure.
And I also
wait. Where was he standing?
In the
he's
doorway.
Like in the doorway or in a mirror of a doorway.
Birdemic 2 sex scene.
Not sex scene, you fool.
You insolent fool.
He is an insolent fool. I don't think that's the first
That's
one.
the first one.
Yeah.
There's the bikini. There's
Well,
Nathalie Moore.
Oh, God, look at her. She's okay.
It's tough to find. Well,
this is the whole movie.
Well, I saw it.
I'm looking right now. So my next note.
Continue.
I put here comes the sex scene from the
You
Friends.
guys look. I'll say a theory of mine on the sex scene.
Okay.
Back to the first movie, and even including the cavemen here. Wynn is having some sort of implication that sexual promiscuity is leading to the birds becoming terror, because they only attack in the first movie after
the sex scene.
After Rod and Nathalie have sex. They only attack in the cavemen after they're banging, and in this one they only attack after Bill and Gloria have sex. So that follows some like horror movie tropes. Like I think that's the case in like Halloween and Friday the 13th. Whenever
100%.
Starting to have sex, that's when the demon slasher comes out.
Yeah.
So it's weird that he's kind of keeping that horror tradition alive very subtly, probably by accident.
It's also always a thing to like kill the half naked or naked female just to get some gore mixed with nudity in there as well. Watching the scene right now. Look, there's the boom. The boom mic is in the top. I don't see the guy. I see the whole setup in the corner.
There's a guy.
There's a whole setup.
I see the whole setup. Oh, he's right there. He's in the reflection of the mirror.
In the doorway.
No, that was a mirror.
I know, but he's still leaning in the doorway.
Boom mic there.
The reflection.
Whole setup there. And yes, leaning in the doorway of the reflection. Oh my God.
He's so bored.
Yeah, he really is. And
he's not trying to pick up all the makeout sounds.
Yeah, he's so far away. Just like casually holding a small boom mic.
That moment there reminds me, because you've seen them, of my home movies with the Edmondsons. Yeah. Of the fucking treatment where Carter was like the wartime PTSD general, and like he escapes after he kills Haley. He escapes, and he's like, oh my God, where is he? He's on the run. And like the big finale was like, we see this Yahtzee electronic handheld game lying out there because he escaped with it. And like as we pan around to the Yahtzee game, Carter's just like standing in the background, like, there he fucking is. Get him.
Yeah, and a lot of people are saying that this movie is like leaning into the joke. This is not leaning into the joke, because leaning into the joke would be like having it for like 3 seconds solid, and like you see the Zoom guy and everyone laughs at the Zoom guy. But like if you guys missed it, it's sort of just a blink in an eye. That's a genuine mistake that they kept in the movie. It is so much better because of it.
I don't know how to feel anymore.
Big sexy. Anyway, I told Seth, I was like, we're like 2 minutes over halfway and there's a sex scene. We've got to see the birds coming if I know anything about James Wynn. Yeah. And just then, Red Rain is showering down and it's lining right on the tar pits. And then fucking birds just fly straight from the tar pits.
And cavemen.
Float slowly up. The 2 cavemen that got killed that had sex float to the surface.
Those two specifically, and there were so many birds coming out of the water. Thousands of birds.
A million birds came out. It was weird because like it like rained red and everything, and music gets ominous. But before any of the birds or cavemen came out, there was like 30 seconds of just mammoths making like elephant noises.
Oh yeah, there was.
And so the birds come out, and they're all in the filming studio. Like the birds are killing people.
How did the birds get in the studio?
Nobody knows that the birds are out there because they're filming a movie, and then the birds break in. Yeah, I don't know how they fucking got in the studio.
They just believed.
They're believed. They're believers.
Their anger.
And this is when
global warming.
That's ostensibly. And this is when they're shooting Sunset Dreams or whatever, right?
Correct.
Like the first day of shooting, and then of course, because it's Birdemic, they grab the hangers to fend off the birds.
Exactly.
2 guys are carrying.
Already. Yeah, they got Glocks on them.
Yep.
She said out loud, Get the hangers.
Yep. My favorite was the people that used the umbrella, and you could see like the birds move up when the umbrella pushed them. I was like, oh, James Wynn's really working on his clip art here.
But then they were just...
There was the one bird that was like already below the
He was umbrella. Under the umbrella because the umbrella went too high.
He did do all the CGI himself too, if I remember right from the first one.
Yes, he did.
If you couldn't guess.
The birds killed everyone except our 4 main characters and 2 other people. Some big brute guy and this
big
Asian
bald guy and a little Asian writer.
And then out of nowhere, just topless women.
Yeah, that's something we didn't get from the first movie. Boobs. And they're filming like this sort of slasher exploitation movie. Sort of, he's riffing on Halloween, I guess, because this guy comes in with a knife. He's like, I'm gonna get you, booby girls, and stabs them all.
Which is a classic line from the Halloween film.
Yeah, of course.
Come here, booby girl.
I'm gonna get you.
Yep, we see these 3 pairs of boobs the whole time, and then the birds come into their side of the studio and start slashing them up.
They do.
Yeah.
They kill. I saw the naked girls, and there was like no lead-in, no transition. Like, what the fuck is this?
It
and
was
then you finally
so
see.
abrupt.
You finally see it is part of the movie or something, and I was like, "Well, there's the rewrite." They wanted.
I thought there was a commercial, but I'm like, what commercial has live boobs?
what commercial has literal titties in it?
GoDaddy, I guess.
Danica Patrick.
Still censored. But yeah.
GoDaddy is literally a commercial to make like web browser.
Yeah, I had to look it up because I when I was young, I was like
looking
14,
up GoDaddy.
I was like, this is awesome. But like I grew up and I was like, what was GoDaddy about? And it's Squarespace essentially, but they use Danica Patrick instead of YouTubers.
And who was the girl judge on The Biggest Loser? They used her as well.
Jillian Michaels?
Yeah, Jillian Jacobs. Maybe Michaels, yeah.
They used her with my mom a lot.
Me too. Now that we're on the topic of titties, Seth and I were discussing max number of times.
Oh my god!
That you've
I thought we weren't
masturbated in one day.
I thought you'd forgotten.
Nope, I didn't. Seth's is a high number.
I don't want to brag.
Ostensibly.
Marina was like asked us a lot of questions about it. She was very intrigued about the science of like.
I don't know if it was the science. I think she was more about like, what's up with your guys' willpower? Like, what's that about? And your judgment.
I mean, mine's probably pretty high too.
Brandon was insistent that we bring it up.
Triple digits?
That can't be right.
I'm asking
I feel like
Devin
you would
right
die
now.
if it got to triple digits. I think
nearly did. Nearly cost
I'm
me my
asking
life.
Devin right now.
You're asking Devin right now?
Yeah.
Ask him if he wants to be on the podcast.
Yeah, I feel like he'd be a great addition.
I've been trying to get him. All he responds with is sick brain.
He said sick brain?
Yeah, he said he'd bring the vibe down.
Is he sick?
In the head.
No, but like, does he have a cold and his brain would be sick? Like when I was super tired that one time and nothing I said.
No, he's going through a bipolar depression episode.
Oh, that sucks.
Liz keeps telling him that he should be on, and Devin responds with, Liz tells me I can't be on. I was like, she literally just told me she wants you to be on. He's like, sick brain. So I'm trying to get him on.
We hope the best for Devin.
We do hope the best for him. But I did just ask him his max number of masturbating in a day. So just so we can know, you know?
Right. For the listeners that all have been chomping at the bit for the answer on this one.
We won't
clamoring,
specify the number.
Over walls.
The specific number. I did not reach double digits on mine.
Those are rookie numbers.
I did.
Seth did.
I'm sure I have, yeah. I was a middle schooler once.
Marina was like, how old were you? Like 8? I was like, I don't know, like 16?
17? She didn't say 8, she said 12.
Oh, 12.
She did not think you were 8 years old masturbating at 7 times.
I couldn't remember. Devin says, in my whole life, how many times have you met? No, just in one day.
What's
they
the
get
next?
There right as
Devin
the girls
has
are
not
dying.
reached double digits.
Right as the girls are, yeah.
There's
the 6
one
of them
still left, fending herself off, and Brandon and I both thought she was gonna join the squad. You know,
that's kind of how these things go. But she just took a really long time to die.
It was like
the girl screaming for help.
Saved her. She got like a little stab.
Yeah, it's just them shooting into the air.
Like a kamikaze
they never reload their guns.
No, and they have a lot of bullets.
They have a ton of bullets.
This handgun has unlimited ammo.
Well, yeah, and Bill fires it by constantly. Every single second, he's firing a bullet off. That's just how he's like moving with the gun. So they have to animate hundreds of bullets coming from it.
I put
it's
that
so
Rod
funny when they zoom in like that.
Rod
you can just see the wrist action.
Yeah,
like
so much kickback.
There's also a point where Brandon, somebody's like, "Help me!" They like scream for help, and Brandon's like, "Lady, they shot 900 live rounds into the air in the last 60 seconds. Like they're doing what they can.
They
are helping." Get indoors.
Rod even roundhouses some birds and the camera.
Oh my God,
this weird bird POV shot where it's like a really dirty camera.
I thought it was like the veins of the eyes of the birds.
It could be, yeah, but like he
eyes,
roundhouse kicks
very
it.
dirty lens.
They can still blow up too. The birds.
They blow up. They still spit acid, and they finally shoot so much that the birds start flying away. And while the birds are away, they check every corpse to see if they're actually dead or if they can help them in a way. And I put, they're all dead. None of them were faking it.
Yeah.
The one girl, when she died, stuck her tongue out and was like,
"Oh my God, yeah." Like
Rod
when you and I pretend to be dead.
Rod and Natalie still have not referenced the events from the first movie either. They're not just like, "Oh my God, it's happening again." They're just soldiering on. And where's Tony? He's gone.
He's been gone. We didn't think about that until we were like 30 more minutes into the movie. There was like 15 minutes left. Like, wait, where the fuck is Tony?
He was only there for the museum scene and talking to the professor, and then you never fucking see him again.
Well, everyone's dead. They're all standing outside creating. Like, they're standing outside and like they just start casting like a new movie. Like right then and there. He's like, I want to make like this movie about bird attacks. I'm like, well, I could direct it. You could produce it. They're like, we got 2 actors right here. It was like, get indoors and quit creating this movie.
Well, it's funny on a couple levels because first it's funny that Wynn is clearly, I think in his head, he's just like, oh my God, I'm so smart for this here. They're going to be talking about making Birdemic. And then the second part of it is they were talking like, oh my God, like the birds are attacking people. We should totally make a movie about this. And Bill, it was already shown earlier in the movie, has a poster of the fucking birds in his office. There's a movie about birds in your fucking office, moron.
You're so upset that he's a stupid head. Stupid ass.
He's a stupid head.
Well, Nathalie. Or actually, they stumble across a Western set, and everyone's dead except for Jessica, a very scantily clad cowgirl. And Nathalie talks about how this is all due to global warming and happened in Half Moon Bay a while ago. And I was like, does no one know that this happened? Was like, this never covered on the news, the Half Moon Bay shit? Because it should have been. But Jessica joins them, and they're walking through the woods.
Well, that scene where she joins is so funny, too, because she comes out. She's like locked in the door.
She's like, help me, I'm stuck in the cabin. Yeah. And then
so
she
they start
opens
walking
the
back.
door.
She opens it by herself. She's like, anyway, how are you guys doing? And like, it's like clearly established that like Bill and Rod are kind of the leaders of this group, right? De facto leaders. Mm-hmm. But Will, the Asian dude that's been with them for some amount of time for some reason, comes up and he says, "Hey, I'm Will. I'm a screenwriter." Like, brother, what the why? Why do you have to say that?
Yeah, you stole my quote, but don't feel bad about it. It's so funny.
Shit, I'm sorry.
She's like traumatized. She's like, "Oh my God, my co-star is dead," and he's like, "Hey, I'm Will. I'm a screenwriter, by the way."
He's like walking up to her at a bar.
This is literally a Birdemic. Calm down, Will.
And not even like a successful screenwriter. He's like a janitor somewhere, and he's like writing screenplays. Yeah. But he's not a screenwriter because of that.
Yeah, well, because he's like just decided. He's like, I'm gonna write this movie about the birds, and I'll direct it or whatever. So because of the previous conversation, he's now thinks he's an established screenwriter. That's his identity now.
That's fucking stupid. That's like saying I'm a musician because sometimes I play the guitar. And I think about...
I sang in the shower once.
I'm going to play the guitar.
All the time. He's going to play the guitar. He's a musician, prospectively. Well, but it still counts.
It's crazy. And Natalie's like, this is all due to global warming. And they walk through the woods and they see the tree hugger from the first movie.
Yeah, it's the Lorax.
The guy that they encountered that they got, the Lorax, where they got scared off by the mountain lion. And he talks about how
he looks a lot worse in this 3 years.
He looks so bad. He looks so bad. He talks about how
all right in the first one.
He looks like Woody Harrelson.
A little bit.
A leathery Woody.
Leathery with a toupee for sure. He was like, well, my whole home
That's
burned down,
fucking
so I don't live in
weird.
the woods anymore from the fire that happened from the cougar. But
He's mentioning so many things
some
in a
girl
row to strangers.
Like, what?
Because I know a little bit about Birdemic, but this fucking guy has slipped past my periphery. Okay, he comes.
He's got a
like,
lot. He's throwing a lot at you.
He's like, oh, we remember you, guy in an obvious wig. And he's like, yeah, I'm the hippie from the last movie.
He's like,
there was a fire, and now I'm married. It's like, what do you mean? That's a lot of insane things to say in a row.
Do you remember the mountain lion? No, I don't remember the mountain.
He didn't
Yeah,
mention Mountain Lion. You did, and it confused me more.
And
He
some
didn't
random,
say anything.
some random civilian named Annie
She's
ended
a-
up saving him and
Bless
marrying
her
him.
heart. She saw a fire from 10 miles away, sprinted on foot because she's so eco-friendly, and said, I bet there's a man in there that's the love of my life.
And because she's the daughter of a television network executive, they get their own reality television show.
It was so funny because
Snowballed.
I might
It was fucking crazy. It kept going. I was like, all right, that's a lot of information at once, but they're done talking and they're going to walk away. And they're like, no. They have separate lives and we're going to introduce them all at once. Quit doing
remember me, the tree hugger from the first movie? You met me right before my home burned down from the fire. There was a
And
mountain
Annie
lion when
saved
you were
me.
out on your walk.
And
And
Annie
now
saved
I'm-
me. This is my wife.
Annie
She
saved me.
loves me
This is
because
my
I'm green.
And now I wear a wig. Remember me?
We have a television show. It's called Living Eco-Friendly or whatever.
When he's talking about it and doing flashbacks of him in the fire,
I was gonna say I might steal a quote, but I was like, there was so much smoke. I was trying to leave home. It was hard to breathe. Coughing.
I just
really stressed coughing.
like it was the flashback scene itself was really funny because he's like, I don't know what makeup did to him, but he looks like super disheveled. It looks like they burned half of the wig for the flashback scene, and he's just super wide-eyed, like stumbling through. There's no fire. It's like just gray.
It's just
wooded
smoke.
area.
This dude's, you can tell, is a weirdo in real life too.
Oh,
Well,
100%.
His eyes.
That's what throws me.
They talked so because yes, her father is like a director or something. They said no emitting family TV show so
That's
many
right.
times. Like they were promoting it or something. Like, hey guys, I know there's a birdemic going around, but check out no
You
emitting
gotta
family.
Well, okay, the Birdemic's not affecting them. That's the big takeaway from meeting the Lorax and his girlfriend, because since they live in
The Lorax
eco-
with a wig.
Even though
eco-friendly lifestyle, the birds won't attack them.
Even though she loves iPads.
That was something they don't support non-grade business,
Yeah.
but they have iPads and Kindles.
Paperless reading.
Well, they managed to get an RV, steal an RV, I don't know, and drive to some epic war battle music until they stop to see if some clearly dead people are alive. The people are dead,
For
but
like the 9th time.
and this is the
Yeah.
beginning of another 9 after that. Every single stop, they're like, "Well, look, some people there. Are they dead? Let's check it out. We could help them."
It's just like the first Birdemic 2. It's really funny to watch because they're supposed to be like a deserted town. Everyone's dead or a zombie, I guess, at one point. But there is a lot of pedestrians in normal traffic, and like there's a cement truck and there's like an ice cream truck going by. They don't give a fuck.
The traffic I could give a pass on just because maybe it's other people trying to escape as well. But there's definitely scenes where like I saw a kid in a backpack just walking to school and like an old woman walking a dog.
And like there's nobody alive.
Everyone's dead.
Yeah.
We gotta get out of here.
Los
The
Angeles is a
movie theater.
hellscape. Silent movie theaters is great.
Everyone's dead. It's a metaphor, obviously.
From that car, they stole a handgun, a shotgun, and a fucking Uzi. Somebody was strapped with an Uzi at the time of their death, just driving around LA.
Yeah.
Yes, LA.
Yeah.
Duh.
Pacholos.
Are you actually surprised?
And they try to see if people in this theater, like they're like, oh, there's a theater. We should hide, see if there are people in there. We could save them. They go in, just birds killing everyone in the
It's
theater.
a live screening. The rest of the city's already all dead, and they're inside watching a movie getting live attacked by birds. It's great. And then, Bill just... Oh, sorry, go ahead, Seth.
No, you're good.
I was like, and Bill just like closed the door, like, "Hey, we better not go in there."
He's pulling at his collar, like, ew.
Guys, look through this window. There are fucking birds in there.
I just like that the birds.
Check that out.
a live screening of like an indie art house, which was maybe I said something about Nguyen being a genius earlier, and Luke was like, "No, I don't think that's it," because this would be like the birds are the critics and the audience attacking Nguyen for his Birdemic piece. That's the birds attacking people at a live screening.
Maybe.
Anyway, I think the birds went in there and closed the door behind them.
Yeah.
So
Gently.
they could murder
So
privately.
They closed the door gently so it wouldn't interrupt the movie.
Gently, yeah. Also, one guy escaped. What?
Did he join the crew?
No, he was dead by the time they saw him. That was the part they were like, "Oh, look at this dead guy!" And while they're saying, "Look at this dead guy" in the background, I saw the kid in the backpack and the old woman walking a dog calmly.
It's just crazy.
Sidewalk full of pedestrians.
It's just crazy. It's like, you know what? You could see it's like a 4D movie where it's like, they rumble your chair and they've got little like wires and stuff to like do little actions. It's like, come to this 4D movie where the birds will literally kill you. It's a great showing.
Experience.
Death by birds. Well,
I love this 4D.
They get back into the RV. Bill's like, I know this great shortcut through a cemetery. So that's like, don't cemeteries only have like one entrance and exit? Like, there's no shortcut.
That was one of my quotes too, and my note here is like, where are you even going? What are you trying to do? Why are you taking a shortcut?
I've got a shortcut through a cemetery. Where are you going? We don't know. They go into the cemetery.
I know a shortcut.
As they go into the cemetery, red rain comes down and zombies.
I cannot fucking believe they did this.
And they get out to help. They're like,
"Whoa,
look at those people in the cemetery. We should help them."
They need our help.
And they get like 4 feet. They get 4 feet away from them. Like, well, they're not people. They're zombies.
The first zombie was apparently buried in like a long sleeve baseball style T-shirt, and another one was buried in his flannel.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
This is gonna sound like it's a joke, but I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Like, I really do. It's the first thing I thought of. But Brandon was saying like, they're like, wait a second, those aren't people, they're zombies. Like, jump to conclusions very quickly. It's like when the police interrogated Morbius immediately, and they're like, "Are you by any chance a vampire, sir?" Like, they were like immediately like, "These are zombies for sure."
You love origami. Are you a vampire?
Yeah.
No, it's crazy. So like, oh, they're zombies. There's gotta shoot them.
Brutal executions.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh shit, executed, like headshot. I was. It's like
he said that like verbatim as it was happening.
They stop all the zombies, but they lose Jessica, the slutty cowgirl, in the process.
Yeah, she gets turned / dies. Rod also attempts to like wrestle with one Greco-Roman.
Just shoot it. He
Rod just like
suplexes
tackles him. They're like grappling.
It was so funny. And then they get back to the RV, and Will's like, "Hey, we should grab Jessica. Like, what the fuck?" And like, she's dead, dude. She's a zombie now. And he's like, "Oh shit!" And it just like longingly shows his face for like too long, and you're like, "Was he bit? Is he a zombie now?"
Yeah. Also,
he's not.
They immediately know she's dead too. They don't hesitate for a second.
Oh, she's dead. Yeah.
They're all 6 as a pack sprinting away, and one of them towards the front of the pack says, "Oh no!" Towards the back is like, "We gotta get Jessica," and the front says, "Oh, she's dead," and they're like, "Oh, okay, she's dead," and they keep sprinting away.
Yeah, then poor Will on his face. They hang on so long. At first, I'm like, oh, it's kind of dummy sad, and then they hang on for even longer, and I'm like, this is like a meaningful moment. He's like, they're kind of holding on this, and then they hold on for like 10 more seconds. I'm like, oh no, he's just being dumb again.
He's a zombie. Well, they get back to the RV, and Bill's
like he's making movies, but he's never seen a movie.
They get back on the RV,
and have you ever in your life seen a shot of anything that long? Establishing shot, interview shot, running shot, and Birdman has never been that long. Birdman is shot as one continuous scene. Has never been as long as any of the fucking shots like that. So stupid.
Oh my god!
And it's not his first language, and I don't think he has a firm grasp on the English language, but
no, not at all.
He wants to make his movies anyways.
Maybe that's the Thai thing. Like in like Bollywood films in India, they have a cut every 0.4 seconds of like an intense scene. But in Thailand, it's like they don't cut at all for a minute and a half.
That's hard.
Well, they get back.
Drop Dead
they
Fred.
get back in the RV, and they're like, Bill's like, hey guys, I know another shortcut. We should go to the zoo. He's like, quit fucking suggesting shortcuts.
We're not going anywhere.
They wanted to go to the zoo so they could help people, which I put as like that's a great place to find people is the zoo, where animals are.
They see this guy, like the zookeeper, who tells them that the birds won't attack them in the zoo because the zoo is powered by solar energy.
Because they're his friends.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
the birds
they're friends.
The birds came back because of global warming and all the animals that are held captives in zoos and are sick. And I was like, why aren't they attacking you? You're holding them captive.
Yeah, he was like, he didn't know it for sure. He was like, I don't know, global warming. And then he was like, yeah,
for sure.
For
Well, they're like, all right.
That had to be.
They're like, see you, zookeeper. They leave immediately. He's like, stay in the zoo. Birds aren't
I know
going to attack.
the zoo is a prescription for living with the bird attacks. And they're like, all right, well, we're on our way.
They start to walk out. The instant they walk out, birds are there. Take out the brute man.
The big bearded guy.
Daryl or whatever his name was.
He seems like a nice guy. I don't know why you keep calling him brute.
He's just a bigger guy.
It was something I said when we were watching the movie.
Yeah.
It's like he hadn't had a single line, and Brandon had pointed out they're walking in a group. Like the men get out of the car every time, a lot of times to like protect. The women stay in. They're going out to search and destroy or whatever. But Brandon pointed out he walks fucking crazy. He walks like he's trying to be too tough. So I felt like they grabbed a guy who looked tough off the street. He obviously wasn't an actor. So they didn't give him any lines. And they gave him a line and he died 30 seconds later. So
yeah.
I think he's saying brute because I kind of pointed out that he probably wasn't.
He's dead. They get back in the RV. They start to drive away. They see the cave people walking.
Yeah, they're still around.
They're like, oh shit, are those people? We should save them again. So they walk out and they're like, hey, you guys need saved. And they just start clubbing everyone.
They beat the shit out of the three guys, yeah.
But the girls come to help with guns. They killed the girl, the cave woman.
Her, and she got up real quickly and it was like, that, fuck you. Chased her down.
After him.
They chase them out. They get off in there. That's it with the cave people. It was just like that one encounter.
That scene's really funny because they're sprinting away from the cave people, but they stay on the shot for a while. At some point, Will, the Asian dude that got knocked out at the very beginning.
I thought he died.
No, he just starts. Like, they're all sprinting away. At some point, he's like, he thought the shot was over, so he's just walking. So the cavemen slow down. They're also kind of walking. And everyone just stopped being in a hurry. And then the next scene, everyone's in the RV. They're throwing bones at it while it's driving away. But yeah, everyone at some point in that scene, at the very end of it, they're all just like, that was a good shot, buddy.
So that leads me to believe that Wynn must have yelled cut. And then they're like, okay. And then he's like, oh, I didn't mean to say cut.
Keep going.
Oh my god.
Frantically off screen somewhere.
I put that I'm like so tired of all these driving scenes too, because like we said, you can see the dashboard, you can see the spare tire, and they run out of gas in the RV, but you can see the leading car that was filming them also like abruptly slam on the brakes or like hit the curb. And they're like, oh my god, we're almost out of gas. They're like, there's a hotel up there. They probably have gas in the hotel. No, they don't. That's not a thing. And so
a long shot of the Pasadena Inn.
Why was the shot of the hotel Pasadena Inn 17 Mississippi seconds?
Was that, you counted it out?
No, but probably.
I thought it was like 45 seconds.
It was so long.
Felt so long.
He just doesn't have a clue.
No, he doesn't. And then they go to this vending machine. Instead of getting gas, they're like, let's get a Pepsi. They get Cokes, and they drink a Pepsi when the birds attack.
But they land perfectly upright when they get
there. Yeah,
the machine had like bottle flipped them to the bottom, and there's 3 cans laid perfectly vertically laying upright for them.
And they're very clearly Coke and Coke Zero bottles in the Pepsi machine.
And Sprite, apparently.
Which is, think that Wynn is like, I'm going to be funny here. I'm going to be cute here, and I'm going to make a big statement with this. Like, it's not like a mistake. He's like, I'm going to do this to make a point, and it's just like never elaborated. And there's no real point at all. Which is a lot of this movie.
The birds strike again. Will got fucking slashed, falls into the motel pool, dead as the birds fly away again. They don't check if he's alive. He's the only one they don't check.
And best shot of the movie, Will in the pool.
The birds just keep flying away, except. What?
He's the one guy they don't check the pulse of.
They're buddy the whole time.
They check the pulse of everybody that's clearly been acid burned or exploded or just like slit throated. He like fell into a pool. They didn't see him get hit by anything.
Nope.
They saw him in a pool and they were just like,
he's goner. He's dead.
That sucks.
He's dead.
Let's pause.
Yeah.
Get my ears.
I was trying to finish the plot so we could stop, but you guys kept laughing about things.
You can't stop us.
You can't. Who gonna stop me, huh?
Luna.
Sorry, I gotta give my ears a break. They stick out a lot, so the cartilage gets really sore when I have headphones on.
Yep. Fuck, CeeDee Lamb started to go off against me. And Devontae Smith, they both did decent. So I need Justin Herbert to get me 23.5 points tomorrow. That is possible.
Cowboys lose?
Yes, they did.
Hell yeah.
26-17 was the final score.
Okay. I saw 20-10 was the last score.
Oh, I saw 20-0 at one point. So
that was
Cowboys closed the gap.
They did a good job. Cooper Rush is him.
Justin Herbert needs to score 23.5 against Denver.
Oh,
that's possible.
Yeah, but Denver still is they're bad, but they have a good defense. Did Lucas die?
Lucas lost to James, who started.
James went off.
Chase Edmonds, that had 5.1 as his running back 1, and James Cook, who had 0.8 as his running back 2. But he had Tyreek Hill, Michael Pittman, and Brandon Ayuk, who all had over 26.
Maybe I can make a trade with James.
Quit offering me shit trades, Brandon.
His receivers murdered me up.
Tyler lost to Darren. Alex is going to lose to Dustin. So all the top seeds are going down except for you.
Am I a top seed?
Yeah, you're in the top 5. Smoking on top 5. So you're the only one of the top 5 that's projected to win. Seth, you gotta hurry with this peeing process.
I know, I'm sorry.
I work at 8 a.m.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't need to pee then.
No, go pee. No, you're already up. No, I don't.
It's gonna take like 2 minutes. Let's power through.
No,
I'll
go
pee.
pee.
It'll be more satisfying if I hold it.
I'm not starting until you pee.
Let's go. Hit record. Are you serious?
Go pee.
Oh my god.
We're gonna chill with Luna.
Yeah, alright. You pick Luna up and show her Lucas. Lucas will love her.
Lucas loves Luna.
Luca.
How are you do?
Where's your dad going? Where's he going? Where's he going?
No.
Look over there.
Oh, you so cute.
Look. She's sleepy.
How old is she?
16 weeks, I believe. She's quite chunky.
Age.
She's pretty big.
Was she rambunctious earlier?
No, Seth says she only cuddles, basically. She's the lab version of Lou. And he says Lou like he goes with Louie. He goes, Loon.
No, that's
you
adorable.
Want to see Caesar? Yes, that's your buddy. Hi, honey. Huh? Just got cooked ready to face. Caesar, who is that? Nope. Huh? Huh? Here we are. Loon. Hey, Caesar boy. Hi, Bubba.
Luna's my vote for president.
No.
Yeah.
She can't be president.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know.
I shared with you the first audio file.
Oh, great. Perfect. That'll come in handy when I edit.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta get all my shit done tomorrow.
Why tomorrow?
Because Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I got all booked up.
Yeah, I'm booked up too.
We should just run away and start a podcast.
Carter's coming to town tomorrow with Aaron, and then Tana comes to town Wednesday, and they're here all week. So.
Oh, sick.
Noon.
Me and Alex have to go to Helena on Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday.
For conferences.
Yeah.
He's sitting for Seth. Oh, he said Alex is going to Helena Thursday.
And Lucas.
And Lucas. Bye, Caesar boy.
Bye, Marina. Have a good night.
Oh, you stay out there. Caesar just wants to come in here so much.
Bye, Caesar.
Lucas fucking died.
My man.
I got 8 lives left. Alright, how are we going to end this?
Alright, let's speed run.
Votes, ratings, and reviews. We don't have to speed run.
Let's speed run.
We don't have to. You ready? You ready, Lucas?
Yep. Hi,
Alrighty.
kitty.
Where's Loon? She's just sitting back there. You want to come see your dad?
Luna could end a lot of the world's problems just with her little face.
Yeah. Alright. Oh, I gotta move this again.
Oh, sweet crow.
Alrighty. Lucas, you ready?
Yeah.
Don't forget to clap. One.
Yeehaw!
No. One. Oh, Jinjo. He was on the screen. 1, 2, 3, play. Okay. We talked about vending machines. Will died. He fell into the pool. That's all that. Birds keep flying away, except they don't really, but they do in a way. It's like very slow. They get smaller.
There's some point when the birds quit turning at them in their flight, and you get to see their asses as they fly away. And yeah, it's very slow.
Got me
so
feeling
slow.
some type of way.
So slow that it does not look at all like the birds are flying away into the distance. It just looks like they're being minimized.
And they are. That's exactly what they're doing. And there's Will dies, and they're standing at this hotel, like in the first one, right? At the very end of it, they're all standing around their van. They're scared that the birds are going to kill them. And then like that halo of, oh my God, my chair. That halo of doves like comes around and protects them or something.
Mm-hmm.
This one, the birds just fly away. There's no resolution to that. What the
Why
fuck?
did they
Why
stop?
did they fly away? And they stopped completely.
They just left.
They just left. And so like, that's the end. I did a timestamp. We like literally looked at how long it was. It was like 2 minutes of the birds flying away.
Big long shot to end it.
As it slows.
At least it wasn't shaky.
And that's the end. But did you stick around for the after credits?
I looked at was there one?
There was no scene, but like the credits are completely silent, and then halfway through you get hanging out.
Yeah,
hanging out.
Hanging out.
We were like scrolling through, looking with my family, having ourselves a party. We were looking for an after credit scene, which there clearly wasn't. But then I caught those like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. We had to listen to it, so we did that, and that is the end of Birdemic 2: The Resurrection.
You clap, Luna.
Yo.
Oh, we got to restart clapping. All right, that's good. Oh, we got to restart. That's what the movie does.
Oh, yeah.
Seth's like, what the fuck? Why are you doing this? There's a reason. I wouldn't just do that. I wouldn't just say something.
I would.
Like Tippy Hedron vagina. I wouldn't do something like that.
You're a
man
of
vile.
honor.
Bile.
Boo.
So that is the end of the movie. That means we've got quotes, ratings,
9 of them on here, over here,
and reviews.
Got 9 of each of them.
You got 9 quotes, 9 ratings, and 9 reviews.
That's how I roll, baby.
But all right,
One for each finger.
Triple 9s. Never
What
catch me
finger is he
lacking.
missing? Oh shit! All right, let's do some quiz.
Don't.
That's how we're gonna
I
intro.
was trying to be quiet and you tickle me like that, man. You think you know a guy for like 13 years.
And then he tickles you. And then he leads with tongue.
I always do.
That's a 14-year kind
Jinjo.
of thing.
He's destroying the mic. Get out
So
of here.
you've got 9. I know Seth doesn't have like any quotes.
I have like 4 or 5, and I think I should read them all in a row because my phone's at 1%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I have 12.
Go
Is it
for it,
time?
Seth.
All right, let's see if it dies.
I have 14.
If it dies, it dies.
All right.
I'm the captain now.
First quote.
Yeah.
If he
Oh,
dies,
it's
he
the
dies.
horny scene when she's like, "Oh, what can I ever do to repay you for casting me in this movie?" And he goes, "Oh, a lot of things."
A lot of things.
He's not like, "Oh, we'll have to find out." Like all sexy. Oh, there's plenty. I have it in mind.
A lot of
I've been
things.
planning for this.
I have
got a
a
list.
spreadsheet of it. Yeah, checking it twice.
This is Tony, their
Tony.
son. He says, "Hey doctor, you got any birds I can play with?"
He's like, no, they're big and they would eat you. Sorry, Doc.
Gave him birds anyways. He said, "Yeah, I'll give you some lovebirds." It's all
we did.
right.
Oh yeah.
All right.
He's gonna send him in the mail or something, like in an envelope.
Some finches.
This one's
Really
the
small
mom.
birds.
I think this one got taken already. You think you give me a little role in the movie? If not, how about a feature role? Like if the little part doesn't work, you can just
How about
make
the
me a
main?
main actor. That's fine.
That's the linebacker mother. That's Brian Urlacher. Go on.
My last two are Brandon.
Ooh.
Damian Carter comes on screen singing his song, and he goes, "There he is!"
I was so excited.
Yeah.
And then the
The
other
prodigal prince.
he was so excited for him.
I was
The last one, very last one I have, is the ladies in the locker room with their tits out. Brandon, they come on screen, and immediately Brandon goes, "Honey, I'm going to rewind this," talking to Marina. Which,
oh my god!
out of context, was really funny. But at first he was like, "I got to show you how abrupt this is," like trying to show his wife. But it's funny if
You
it
wanted
does
a second
explain it.
page.
So I don't know why I did.
Honey, I'm gonna rewind this. All right.
I
Lucas,
think
you
I
have
actually only
yours.
have 8 because I think one of mine got said earlier. So I'll do 4.
Sorry.
No apologies are required or accepted. This
shit!
one
Not even
is,
accepted.
is from Bill at the beginning. He goes, "There's never been a movie about a director trying to make it in Hollywood," which is like every movie ever.
It's
There's a lot of
100%.
those.
I almost took that because I was like, no, that's all of them.
Yeah, I said, "Okay, guy." My second one was
Pop
from
off, dude.
the news broadcast. When it opened up, they said, "Yesterday it rained dead birds." Thank you, news.
That you couldn't hear.
When they're talking about when they're in their investor meeting with the old guys and they're pitching their movie, he goes, "Where are the topless chicks? Where are the sex?" Which is first, like, second, it's grammatically incorrect, and it's funny that they're asking for that, and we get that later in our movie.
Do you really say where are the sex?
Yeah.
How did I miss that?
And then finally, for now, Bill is talking about Gloria, and he says she's a beautiful girl. She can act, and one of those is true. Yes.
Oh, I did not catch that. I didn't write these down, but these are 2 Marina ones that I remembered as we were doing them, so I'm gonna say them real quick. One of them was when it was like the casting scene, when it was Natalie and Gloria going at each other basically, and Marina goes, "More like black leather couch casting scene."
Ooh. How does she know that?
Oh, that was like the very beginning when they first met. Yeah.
And then the other Marina one that I remembered as we were doing this was right when they're about to have the sex scene. Marina goes, "You think Gloria's feet are going to be as dirty as the first time?"
I didn't look out for it.
They weren't. They were clean.
Nice.
All right. Here are my actual quotes. The first one is from Bill. He goes, "At Sunset Dreams, it's not all about the babes, boobs, and blood." The
That was
3
probably
Bs.
probably in response to the where are the topless chicks. Where are the sex?
Where are the sex?
I've got one from Rod where he goes, I'm gonna write you a check for $100,000 to option for the script, and you'll get the remaining 900,000 after we meet the new investors, and then a 3-way high five.
Oh my god.
They had a lot of high fives in this.
They did. Yesterday it rained dead birds. Yep, you got that. I also found it weird that she's like 5,000 birds fell from the sky and they were found dead in Babe, Arkansas, Kentucky. Like she corrected herself. She's in 2 different states.
Yeah, she probably just forgot her line.
I have when he enters the bar and she goes, anything to drink? He goes, I'll take a pitcher of Budweiser with 2 glasses. I got a buddy coming. She just goes, oh.
Oh, okay.
What is also funny because he's got 2 people joining him.
Yeah, he did not know
another glass that appears.
This is another one from the bar scene. It's very early on. He's like, I got this big movie coming out. I got $1 million. And he's like, good for you. Let's toast to that. Toast to success. And they just toast like rich people. And my last 2, my penultimate one right now is Gloria going, is this a pickup? This is when she gets the phone call from him. And he goes, no, strictly business. And she goes, okay, where do you want to meet? And he goes, Foul City. I was like, it's pho?
This is a clear example of Wynn being a second language
Foul
English
City
speaker.
Yep. And my last one.
Is this a pickup?
Is this a pickup? My last one here is
I don't say it.
Giant jumbo jellyfish, huh?
Jumbo jellyfish. Giant jumbo jellyfish.
Giant
jumbo jellyfish.
Seth's
giant jumbo jellyfish.
Seth's done for quotes, right?
Yes.
All right. So my last several here. This one's a song lyric, and it's I know I'm set for glory.
I know I'm set for glory.
Yeah, remember that song they're playing?
Is it in the driving montage?
Yeah.
It sounds like
story.
Yeah, it's just the one that sounds like I need a hero.
Yeah,
I
it
need
does.
a hero.
Yeah, it's like stock version of that.
We are going down here. My favorite quote, and I texted you guys saying that I called dibs on this one when I saw it. And it's from Tony talking about his sister Susan, and he goes, "I wish Susan could have been here to see this bird skeleton, but she got a disease from that fish that Rod cooked."
I had to explain this to Seth a lot. I was like, okay, so they at the very end of the first movie, they caught this fish and they boiled it, which Devin was very upset about that they just boiled it. And then the halo of the doves come around and it frees them. She was still alive, but apparently she died in between the movie.
And Rod didn't feel sad about it in this movie.
No, not at all.
Adopted daughter.
Well, she could just still be in the hospital with botulism. She might not be dead.
No, she's dead.
Oh, okay.
Bird's got her now.
Fair.
This is a pretty poignant quote when they're talking about young superstars. They say, I guess for some actors, dying young is the price that you pay for stardom. And they sort of weigh the benefits and negatives of that.
Tupac.
Yeah. And Gloria says, I hope I don't get super famous and die.
She brings down the mood a lot.
Well, she didn't bring it down too much. She didn't have too much
emotion.
Yeah.
This was a very weird one. During the middle of like a bird attack, where they're talking about like their plans or whatever, Will goes, guys, can we change the subject? I really love Jaws. I was like, what the fuck?
That's one of mine too. They were like,
you just want to start talking about Jaws.
The birds keep killing people. Guys, can we change the subject? No, birds are killing. Jaws is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Fuck off.
I'm having deja vu right now.
Oh no, you're gonna cry yourself to sleep.
Oh yeah, because one of the guys was like, yeah, we're all gonna die. Might as well listen to this guy talk about Jaws, right?
This random guy. I'm Will, I'm a screenwriter. And then looks like my last one was, hey Rod, I know a shortcut through the cemetery, and where were they going?
I have an IMDb one that I took down that I don't remember in here at all. But it's apparently Nathalie, and she goes, it's been a while since you went down on me. What? Did she ever say that?
No.
I took that directly from IMDb. waiting for it, and it never came out. So, it did not happen. Alrighty, my next one is Star Bright, my light so bright, Star Bright, gonna party tonight.
Iconic, legendary.
All
the above.
Next one is when the birds break into the studio. Nathalie immediately goes, "Get a hanger."
Oh yeah.
She knows what defends best.
Look, there's a hotel up there. Maybe they have gas. No, they don't. And my last one is a Seth quote.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. It's when Damian Carter's singing, standing on the box in the corner, singing, and they're all dancing, and Nathalie just starts spinning, and like Rod puts his finger on the top of her head,
like she's a top,
and Seth goes, "She's just spinning. She's a dreidel." Well, I could have said top, but I said dreidel.
I think it's
I was searching for dreidel. Yeah.
Number one answer, Steve.
Good answer. Alrighty, that's quotes from all of us. So we're going into ratings. I'm going to tell you right now, there's no critic ratings on this. We've only got audience on each.
That makes sense.
So normally we have budget, opening weekend, US, Canada, worldwide, and then we've got 2 critics, 2 users. So 8. We've only got 3 today with budget and 2 audience. You got the first one, so you only need 1 more to win it today. And Lucas will have to buy a fan of Subaru.
Ooh.
I'm battling back. I can't afford.
Seth has to buy 2 Subarus.
Battling back, we break even. Didn't last week you guessed it right on the dot, and it was the number I wanted to guess. I'm pissed.
Because you wanted me to go first, so I guessed 7.2.
Oh yeah, I was the host. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. Okay. You want to go first then?
I don't care.
Lucas is going first.
Okay.
Okay. Tomato meter, audience. This is a percentage.
21.
Okay.
Bob.
21 Bob?
Good answer. 4.3.
43?
Yes.
It's a 26. Lucas got it.
Fuck.
Audiences are giving it a 26.
I thought the memes would carry it.
Now on IMDb,
tough to gauge.
Out of 10, IMDb, this is for the Subaru. Seth, you can start. It makes it way harder stakes when there's a metaphorical Subaru.
I didn't used to care, man.
And now when there's a fake Subaru on the line.
It's real in my heart.
Thinking. Brain blast!
2.8.
2.8.
It's gonna be low because it's the 8th worst ranked movie of all time. So I'm stinking 1.4.
One of you guys is so close.
God damn it.
Edge it.
I forgot it was bottom 10.
It's a 1.5. Lucas wins today.
No.
Seth owes a fan another Subaru.
I can't afford this.
You got a dog, though.
For free.
Oh, she was for free?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
You think I could afford to buy a dog? I just.
But you're also buying like super expensive dog food.
They gave me the dog food.
Oh, what's gonna happen when you have to pay for it?
Be expensive. Less expensive than a damn Subaru, probably.
Yeah, most likely.
I don't know anything about dog food.
No critic reviews. Audiences gave it 1.5 and 26 for a 20.5 average. Seth, what are you giving it today?
I think in my head earlier I was thinking 1.4.
Okay.
So we'll say that.
1.4 on the John Lasagna scale. Any reasoning?
It should be lower, but I laughed a couple times.
Sure.
So just for raw enjoyment factor, a little higher than 0.6 or whatever it would have been.
Lucas.
This is a 7.9 movie for
It's not.
Birdemic 2.
It's not.
It's not.
Try again.
It's this unique brand of movie that Wynn has somehow done it again. No one else does it like him. I mean, The Room, which we have yet to cover, and we probably will cover one day on this podcast,
Yes, we
is
will.
not like this. Stealth is not like this. This is in the movie. Last time, I think I've said you get every test answer wrong on a test, and you clearly know what the answers are on the test. You're just being a prick about it. I think that's somewhat the case here with James Wynn. That subconsciously, probably more than consciously, he knows what a good movie is in every single respect and chooses to go the exact opposite direction of what that means. And it comes out to a weird, unique experience that I die laughing at every time. And I think he's an auteur.
That's 9 times higher than Space Chimps.
I know.
My thoughts on this. Looking back to Birdemic, the original, I gave a 1.7. Hate that. It deserves higher. This movie is dog shit.
Yeah.
Birdemic 2 is a 1.7, legitimately. I did laugh, which bumps it up a little bit. Objectively terrible. But when I think about the original Birdemic, I think about how many things, like you've said before, you can do so many things wrong, but that is the genius of it. In this one, it's not him being creative and original anymore, but simply pining off of the success of his previous movie and using the exact same things that he did wrong instead of coming up with new things that could have been great. So unfortunately, the dancing, the whole music videos, the poor CGI, all of it seemed washed and reused, and I don't want to see that. One thing that I loved about like trope movies where satires at the forefront, like the scary movies, they kind of pioneered a lot of this, or like the Naked Guns, is that the sequel wouldn't be an identical replica of the previous one. They did new things, and this one unfortunately didn't, and so then thus all of the things in it are bad in a sense.
I can see that. Part of my reasoning for why I like it a lot is I kind of compared it to the Mad Max Fury Road.
What?
In the sense that it's almost the same movie as Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior. You know what I mean? And he waited like 30 years to make the real Mad Max movie that he wanted to make, and then he finally got the budget. The technology finally caught up to him, and he finally got to make his real Mad Max movie. And I think that's exactly what's happening here. I think it happened with the Evil Dead franchise too, if you guys know that one.
I know the Evil Dead.
Yeah, Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2 are basically the same, but Evil Dead 2, they had a lot more money. They could finally do what they wanted to do.
I don't know. See, I think the thing is the first one is the real version. It is more real. The second one is a Ponzi scheme of just replicated, just trying to recreate what he did previously. And he was more successful with the first.
He even alludes to that in the movie. He said, my first film was Replica, but I couldn't get the budget for it.
I think,
which literally his first film was Replica.
Oh, I don't know.
Exactly. Well, I think in his mind, he thought that that's what this is going to be. I'm going to take it. I'm going to have $300,000. That's like 30 times what I had the first time. I'm going to do Birdemic, but I'm going to do Birdemic big, with a big Hollywood budget to him. And the fact that he failed in that regard makes it even funnier for me.
Birdemic is not supposed to be big, is my thing. I think.
I disagree, but that's why we're all here.
That's why we're here. I've got reviews for you today. I've got 3 critics, and I told Seth this. I decided user reviews. I'm not doing IMDb. I did Letterboxd. All Letterboxd.
Gonna be some interesting.
Letterboxd?
Yeah.
So you were okay. Brandon didn't know what Letterboxd was earlier. He said, I got all my reviews from LinkedIn.
Yes, I know. I accidentally said LinkedIn.
And I was like, funny. I didn't know they did movie reviews. That's going to be fun to read.
Yeah, no, I did Letterboxd. I misspoke earlier.
Yeah, okay.
I do know what Letterboxd is, and I meant to say it, but
all right.
I almost said LinkedIn again, and I stopped myself. So I thought, I was like, did I say LinkedIn to Seth earlier?
You absolutely did.
All
several times.
Critic reviews, 3 of them. First one, Dennis Harvey at Variety. He says, Wynn's partial self-awareness of his new movie's camp value only makes it an effortful, half-understood in-joke, rather than the guilty, pleasurable, unintentional joke that was Birdemic shock and terror.
I don't agree.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think he thinks he doesn't get the joke still. I don't think so. He still thinks he's out to make a good movie.
I don't know. Has he not read any reviews of his first film?
I think he has, and from what I know, he's like, they didn't get it. Like, I just got to do it again and do it bigger.
I got to
like,
do it again. Maybe if they watch it a second time.
I have to talk to this guy.
There was no
so
reason
funny.
for jellyfish and zombies and cave people. Marina even looked at us. She's like, I thought this was a movie about birds when it was the jellyfish thing. It's like, oh, it is. And we'll get there.
We'll get there.
Next critic review is by Rod Lott.
Cool name.
Oklahoma Gazette. He says, what keeps Birdemic... Y-O at Oklahoma Gazette?
He likes Oklahoma. Sooner Nation.
Sounds like a professional.
Well, what keeps Birdemic 2 from reaching the first film's level of fun is Wynn's penchant for treating this go-round like a greatest hits reel.
Okay. Yeah, you're raising your hand.
I am. And then my last one is horrornews.net. No writer attributed to this, but they say the worst film of the year, 0 out of 5 stars.
I like those reviews more.
Simple. And that's what our LinkedIn reviews are going to be here today. My first one is by John Albertson, MBA, on LinkedIn. No, it's
he's my dentist.
The man that has a master's in business administration is your dentist?
He does it on the side, yeah.
Oh, okay. Side hustle.
Dentist side hustle.
You got to make money somehow. The first one is by Bringvad. December 30th, 2014.
It's
they
Seth.
Say no, he's Snoopy style. No, you're Sethin.
No. Thought I'd made some headway.
December 30th, 2014. They say, ever seen a movie where the cameraman's hair blows into the frame? No? Well, here you go. 0.5 out of 5 stars.
Now we can check that off on our list.
We can. We have seen one. Next one is by Ben. Just Ben.
I know that guy.
When I looked at this, I was like, how early did he get to Letterboxd to get Ben as his username?
I wonder how many reviews he has.
Ben on January 13th, 2022 says, what a shit show. Physically hurt to watch. It's everything terrible about the first, yet somehow worse. At times, it felt like director James Wynn was playing into the unintentional comedy that made the first one such a cult classic. Once you get into the realm of purposefully making a bad movie, I instantly hate it. No doubt that there's some honest attempts here, but some moments seem like he's yanking our chain. I could not believe when Alan Begg sets himself into the roundhouse straight kick to the camera, causing a very badass effect where the camera lens shatters. That might as well have been Mac from Always Sunny. I can't believe a third Birdemic is in the works. I'm so pissed that I will have to sit through one more of these. 0.5 out of 5 stars.
Yeah. You guys seem to be in line with the consensus.
One, I love that they're like, oh, I have to sit through the third. The second note that I have here is Seth stopped in the movie and I paused at one point. He's like, is this the It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia background?
Oh, yeah.
You said that, which
the
this
music
review
or
has
the
that
set?
in there.
The set. They'd parked somewhere on the street. I forget where. They were in the RV
probably
already.
back in.
You forgot the exact street name, huh?
Yeah.
My next one is by Becca.
It's not me.
Got that whole. It's not you, 100%.
Writer of The Office.
Becca, writer of The Office. Bethany Coxell, Songbird, Becca. June 4, 2017, they say, everyone who doesn't believe in global warming and climate change needs to watch this film. If you don't believe in the real consequences of not caring about the planet after seeing this, I don't know what to tell you. 4 out of 5 stars.
Finally. Someone who speaks the truth.
The good stuff.
That good kush. That good kush.
Good kush. 4 out of 5 stars on Birdemic 2.
She speaks good kush. I just like that she's like, oh, if climate change doesn't happen, it will rain red.
Yeah.
Could. Are
Acid rain.
zombies gonna come back? I don't know. But
metaphorically it'll rain red.
Next one is by Evan. They're all just names that I got. April 20th, 4/20/2020.
They're just dudes.
This is a guy. 4/20/2020. They say, what I love about this movie is every scene seems to be seconds away from someone interrupting to say, hey, you can't film here.
Yeah.
0.5 out of 5 stars.
There's like
0.5 out of 5.
No.
There is like a palpable tension there of everyone looking over their shoulders to see if this
that
security guard. Yeah.
I was wondering why everybody was sweating in every scene.
Yep.
I had to hustle along.
Except when they walked to the RV.
Oh my
there was no security guard there.
That's so funny.
Next one after Evan is by Allie. September 15th, 2021. They say, so weird how this movie is like, the birds are upset because global warming is killing all the animals. Now quick, shoot them all. 0.5 out of 5 stars. Like the birds had a point. But we're going to kill them anyway.
Forgive them.
The birds.
Oh my god. He's done it again.
You've got this, Seth.
No, I refuse.
Holiday hose.
Nice.
Oh.
The immigrant.
Holiday
Downtown
hose.
Spook Boys. Love Lads. Star
Love
Whores.
Lads. Star Whores.
You just repeat everyone that you say.
Love Lads.
Love Lads. Love Lads.
Can't forget about Holiday Hose.
You assholes. There's going to be a wall of sound. Just overlay.
And the Star Whores.
Yeah.
Space Whores.
Nope.
Space Sluts.
There you go.
Holiday Hose. Holiday Hose. Holiday
Space
Hose.
Lads.
No,
Love
that's
hose.
not one of them. That's not one of them. It has to be
And-
perfect.
Holiday
Birdemic
Sluts.
No.
Damn it.
Is a perfect.
The
movie.
Birdemic Bros.
Brandon's not including a new sound.
Nice. Live
That's just
sound
me.
effects.
That was pretty
Live,
good.
yeah.
The echo on Lucas's.
I want to get a fucking soundboard and just play them live like Joe Rogan. Every time you guys just say something, I'll just push the button.
I think it
Is that
finally
what's Rogan
propel you
doing now?
from second to first.
I don't know. That would put us to first.
Yeah, what's
That's
that guy
what made
up
him
to?
popular.
He's got a soundboard. He's just turned into 90s FM radio. He's just playing fart noises and the lightning.
Wah wah.
Wow. Bam, 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 bam. Ham.
Uh-oh, socialism. Wah, wah, wah. What the fuck, Joe? Talk about the dead moose again.
Can somebody
Play your
give,
hits.
get
to the
give
good,
me a good
stuff.
one? Can
Fart
someone give me
noises.
a hell yeah? Hell yeah.
He always hits the wrong button though and just plays a fart noise.
Because he only has like 3 fingers. He's weird like
What?
that.
Why did Joe Rogan only?
Well, it helped him
'Cause of-
lose weight immediately, and now he can lift more actually because the
Yeah.
precision in his 3 fingers is greater than the spread out muscle.
You could say it's almost precise in a way.
What? No,
Birds
It's-
recognize him more as one of their own, which has always been one of his goals.
Joe
true.
Rogan wants to be one of the
he
birds.
cut off all of
Yes.
his toes.
The birds. Joe.
Space
Okay,
flights.
nice. My next one's like really artistic in a way. What? What is all?
Look at you
Jinjo's making
go.
so much noise.
He's so handsome. Let's go. Ooh, ooh,
Okay.
ooh,
My
ooh.
next one is by Chris Duck.
Oh my god. look at him.
September 15th, 2021. They say a haiku review. They wrote a haiku.
Oh, cute.
Really?
Once was a woman in a shoe.
No. Really? Sunset Dreams? Jumbo Giant Jellyfish? Hitchcock references. 1 out of 5.
Mm.
I mean, references is technically.
Jinjo is purring and
4
just
syllables.
all up in Lucas's face. Tune into the YouTube
Hi,
to watch
buddy.
that. And my last one today is by Lucian.
He's so handsome.
June 5th, 2017. Lucian says, La La Land literally plagiarized Birdemic 2 The Resurrection. 4.5 out of 5 stars.
They certainly did.
La La Land.
That's the theme song for La La Land, if I remember right.
Block of noise.
Not the da 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 da.
Wasn't La La Land like bad?
No. It was in. Well, did that make your top 10?
No,
you
I
just
was like
posted?
number 12. That just missed
Ooh.
it.
I
The
still have to
2010s.
narrow mine down from 18 to 10. I'm close, but that's in the running right now. So, are we recommending this film, Lucas?
Hardcore, yes. It's a comedy delight. I truly don't think the director's in on the joke, which makes it better. And you're not gonna see a movie that's gonna challenge your perception of what filmmaking is more than this, I think.
Sure. Seth?
No, just watch the first one, I think.
Okay.
Because I haven't watched the first one. So this is a recommendation for myself in 8 days.
Okay. How's your marriage with the snake going?
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah. Oh,
it's
shit.
done. Out the window, yeah. She was an angry bitch, but she was calm when she handed me those papers. And she didn't like me calling her bitch so much, actually. I'm working
that
on
probably
that.
did a lot to do with it, yeah.
Yeah. I said a lot.
The snake wife was very upset about the bitch reference.
She did not like it. She was like, I'm a snake.
Not
How
a
can
bitch.
you even be mad at me? I haven't done anything but eat mice whole, and I shit on your hand once.
Wait, did you start eating mice or did she eat hamburgers?
I don't know if I should say this
Plead the
part to
fifth.
the viewers.
Would
I
you rather
swallowed hamburgers whole.
Would you rather say that or how many times you masturbated in one day? Devin gave me an answer.
How close is it to mine?
He says he wants me to say it on the air. And I believe he said it was 8. Like probably 8 times when I was 12.
I think the competitive side in me wants to admit that it was 14 times. So I'm just, and also
7.
I kept eating hamburgers and she kept eating mice, so that's why it didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't work.
It wasn't a bitch thing.
That's probably like 12 or something. Probably about that, yeah.
Well, I took last.
Tall people have a lot of testosterone.
Yeah.
And sadness.
Just so much sadness.
It fits more.
I'm going to recommend this film. I do recommend watching the first one over this one, but still watch it. You're not going to lose anything. It's fun. It is fun. It's just bad. So that's what we got. That's going to end it today for the Downtown Spook Boys. And with that, we've got one more Spooktober film coming up, and that is our masterpiece of a horror film, The Shining, next week. Lucas, you've got a guest joining us.
I do. It is my friend from the English teaching program, Charlie McPherson, who is a very intelligent guy and super interesting to talk about. And I've talked about Kubrick movies with him before, so this is perfect for him. And it's the only person I've ever talked with something like that with in public.
Will he be with you or will he be joining us virtually?
I think he'll be with me.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
It's exciting. I don't know who he is or anything, so it'll be a random guest for us joining in, but I'm excited about it because another brain on the set. We don't have to pay him.
Okay, cool.
Paid?
No, but some podcasts pay their guests.
No, we pay him an exposure.
Oh,
so that's right.
So we'll have him on. Hopefully Devin's joining us next week.
I think he will.
I'm hoping so. And then we're going to get into some just random movies for November before we hit our holiday classics and then into the new year before our season ends with our bracket. So that'll be fun.
We love you guys.
I love you. I love you.
Gesundheit.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
Say it again.
I love you. The best. All right, see you next week.
Bye.
Okay, Gadoosh.
Love you. My foot is so asleep.
Oh my god.
I was crying.
That hit you, huh?
Yeah.
I love you.
That was a late one, boys, but we did it.
We did it. Let's get out of here.
I'm gonna be up in 7 hours. That's
Okay.
not 7 hours isn't bad.
All right,
How's
come on,
Luna?
Luna. She's good. She's asleep. Well, she was asleep.
She's sleepy.
She's a sleepy girl, huh?
Oh yeah.
Okay. She likes to be upside down.
Downtown.
She likes to
Good
lick her
boys.
butt.
We don't want no beat boy.
All right, Lucas, get out of here.
No,
I'm gonna
he's
get out of here.
he's sending me shit.
Yeah,
Well, I just
I guess.
figured he's tired.
What do we watch? Birdemic 2.
I don't
That's
get
right.
tired.
I just get woke.
I don't speed up.
I mount up.
I grow up.
Down the boulevard with the
And when I
crystal
look at
whip.
you,
I gotta finish This Is the End tonight.
do you have to?
I watch it in bed.
Oh, okay.
Letterbox log it.
I still need to log everything.
In my high school English class that I sat in on, we watched a clip from Dennis Hopper, and the teacher's like, "Does anyone know who Dennis Hopper is?" And no one raised their hand. And she's like, "He was in a movie with Keanu Reeves called Speed. Anyone know who Keanu Reeves is?" And no one raised their hand. And I'm like,
Oh
what the
no.
fuck? And then
The
she's like,
Matrix?
"Anyone know who JoJo CY is?" And they all did the Fortnite dance.
Oh no. That's
And
so
I'm like,
funny.
this is high school.
This is America.
We're old.
Don't get you slipping. I'm looking at my top 18 from the list. Social Network probably makes it. Beast of the Southern Wild makes it. Social Network definitely makes it. 12 Years a Slave, probably. Prisoners, yeah. The thing is like my 14, 15, and 15, 16 years, like I want all 6 in there with Interstellar, Whiplash, Boyhood, Room, Inside Out, and Mad Max. I don't know if I can eliminate any of
Shit.
those.
So you're gonna have a top 15.
And then 16, 17, I can't eliminate Arrival or La La Land. I'm eliminating 127 Hours, Warrior, 50-50, Get Out, and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. But that still leaves 13 of them.
And you're sure you're putting in Prisoners and Beast of the Southern Wild?
Beast of the Southern Wild makes it. It might be my number 1.
Dang. Quavengene.
Yeah, I love that film so much. I think it's so pure.
I love movies with kid leads. They're the best.
Florida Project.
Exactly. All right, I'll see you guys.
Later, Lukey.
Goodbye.
Ostensibly.
The No, it's not